What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. Hokage Sleeping Invincible 1C Chapter 1 Advertisement. How's it going, Itachi? Is everything resolved? Under the full moon, a man in a black robe and an orange Uzumaki mask looked at the brooding teenager not far away. The orange Uzumaki mask, stained with Madara bloodline, looked cold and bloody in the moonlight. Except Sasuke, no Uchiha will be spared. Madara, don't forget our promise. Masked man Obito smiled gloomily. Of course, as long as you join my organization, I can take no action against Konoha and your younger brother Sasuke. Hearing the words Sasuke, Uchiha Itachi's heart sank. This is the inverse scale in his heart. After completing this mission, third Hokage also promised Konoha to protect Sasuke. We'll train Sasuke to be an excellent Konoha shinobi. With the black and white answer, Sasuke, Uchiha Itachi can be completely relieved. To Uchiha Itachi's surprise, the man who founded Konoha Shinobi Village with Senju Hashirama, the god of ninjas, is still alive. The former head of the Uchiha clan actually joined forces with him to push the Uchiha clan into the abyss of eternal doom. So far, the only Uchiha people in the ninja world are him, Uchiha Madara in front of him, and his younger brother Uchiha Sasuke. This should be very good news for the entire ninja world. It's just that Uchiha Itachi couldn't imagine that the masked man who called himself Madara was not Madara, but Uchiha Obito. He didn't even expect the masked man Obito to know all his information. Even his mission to exterminate his clan and the purpose of joining Akatsuki, Obito, the masked man, knows it perfectly. On the surface, the two are partners of the same organization, but in reality they're each other's pawns, using each other and restraining each other. The masked man Obito can let Itachi capture the tailed beast for him, and Itachi can monitor Akatsuki's movements at any time. Under the mask, Obito couldn't see any expression and said with great interest, "By the way, I just killed a woman in the clan, and she will read your name until she dies?" "No problem. Just two simple words, Uchiha Itachi Indifferent Kaido." This woman is Itachi's lover, Uchiha Izumi. Before that, Itachi had let Izumi spend his whole life in his Tsukuyomi world with no regrets. Obito cast a disdainful look under the orange Uzumaki mask. He murmured, "Yes, both parents died by their own hands, let alone a lover." Uchiha Itachi looked at the Konoha village Hokage stone statue shrouded in the dark night in the distance, and the three-hooked jade in the red eyes suddenly condensed. Surprised. Damn, besides Sasuke, Uchiha seems to have another person alive. Obito was also very puzzled, and it was the first time he saw Itachi absent-minded. With Itachi's cautious personality, it is impossible to leave alive. Who is it that threatens us? There is no threat at all. His name is Uchiha Qiye, he is just an ordinary Uchiha clan, and he doesn't even open the Sharingan. Not everyone in the Uchiha family has Sharingan, and some ordinary people with mediocre qualifications cannot open Sharingan in their lifetime. And some talented people, slightly stimulated, Sharingan opened. Madara, do you want me to go back and deal with it? No, now the clan is all from Hokage ANBU, an ordinary person without Sharingan, let him live a few more days. At this point, the two shadows disappeared into the moonlight. In the early morning, in the woods outside Konoha village, a young man slowly opened his eyes. Touching his cheeks that were hot from the sun, a confident smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. It was Uchiha Qiye. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to host who has accumulated 60,000 hours of sleep and has successfully activated the system. Close black lens bracket. The cheat system, which is necessary for traversers, has finally been activated. It has been 17 years. When Uchiha Qiye first arrived here, Uchiha Qiye was still a babbling baby. Even though the body is smaller, the mind is still flexible. Advertisement, but even with an adult brain, a baby's body can't do much. And the conditions for system activation are very harsh. The host must have accumulated 60,000 hours of sleep. So, Uchiha Qiye Go survived. 365 days a year, even if you sleep 10 hours a day, it will take 17 years. Fortunately, just today, Qiye completed this achievement. Traveling to the Uchiha clan, Uchiha Kai's parents died in the ninja war, and he was raised by an old woman in the Uchiha clan. Not long ago, the old woman went to see God at the age of 99. So now he is the only one left, Uchiha Qiye. In the past 17 years, Uchiha Qiye has kept a low profile. In the Uchiha tribe, except for the old woman, they have never spoken a word of gossip with other tribesmen. He also has no talent in ninjutsu. At the age of 17, he is still a repeater at the ninja school. He has seen countless people graduate from ninja school, the most famous being Uchiha Itachi. He has also been a teacher at the ninja school for several times, and the current teacher is Iruka. Uchiha Qiye, a 17-year-old teenager and 7 or 8-year-old Naruto Sasuke became classmates, and it was funny enough. If it wasn't for the reasons of repeated repetitions in age, Iruka probably didn't know that there was another Uchiha Qiye in their class besides Uchiha Sasuke. Because he is familiar with the story of Hokage, Qiye knows that Uchiha Itachi, the 2 or 5 sons with dutiful sons, will kill all of Uchiha's clan last night. With no system, no ninjutsu talent, and no Sharingan, he is no match for Itachi no matter how he plays. He could only sneak out of the village quietly and escape this catastrophe. Fortunately, he has not had a strong sense of existence in the Uchiha clan over the years, just an ordinary person. Poker face, very weak sense of existence, somewhat similar to Tetsuya Kuroko's attributes. No, the always cautious Itachi ignored his existence. Qiye, who was lying on the tree, pouted. Obito, Itachi, you two traitors of Uchiha caused me to sleep in the wild, and sooner or later, this account will be settled with you. Open black lens bracket ding. The host has been activated, and now the novice reward is given. Close black lens bracket. Qiye looked at the system panel. Host, Uchiha Qiye. Age. 17 abilities. 1. 3 Tomo Sharingan, enabled. 2. The ability of frozen fruit, the curse of the sea has been lifted. Sleeping can enhance the 8 attributes of ninja, physique, magic, virtuousness, strength, speed, fineness, and yin, as well as chakra. Qiye simply took a look and saw 3 Tomo Sharingan. Start with a pair of Mangekyo, isn't it too much? Thinking that Naruto Sasuke saved the world when he was 17, and he was only 3 Tomo Sharingan when he was 17. The 3 Tomo Sharingan is nothing but a repeater at the ninja school. This difference is too big, there's no way this can be done. Who is the son of 6 paths? When seeing the ability of frozen fruit, Qiye had a little expectation. This is not the ability to carry out lazy justice, Aokiji. Aha lala. Qiye couldn't help but say this, his mouth was cold. Is this asking me to follow the lazy way of forbearance? And you can get stronger when you sleep, it's not too cool. No wonder the system activation required him to sleep for 60,000 hours, Qiye finally understood. Chapter 2 Advertisement Konoha Village, Hokage Building. Kakashi, Yamato and several other Hokage subordinate ANBU reported the situation last night to 3rd generation. Lord 3rd generation, no one in the Uchiha family survived except for a 7-year-old child, Uchiha Sasuke. It's hard to imagine that even the ordinary members of the Uchiha clan were fatally injured, all with sharp blades sealing their throats and piercing their hearts. This is actually from that genius, Uchiha Itachi. Kakashi under the ANBU mask had a heavy face. Uchiha Itachi was his subordinate when he was captain at ANBU. Kakashi had a good impression of Itachi, but last night's events surprised him. He thought he knew Itachi very well, but now he realizes that neither Uchiha Itachi nor the Uchiha clan he really knows. This time Uchiha's genocide incident made Kakashi think of his old friend, Uchiha Obito. He muttered to himself, Obito, in the end, I don't even know what kind of person you are. Are all the people of the Uchiha clan so unpredictable? 3rd generation in the Hokage office chair took a long puff. He said slowly, from now on, list Uchiha Itachi as an S-rank traitor, offer a bounty of money, send a lead ANBU to pursue him, and at the same time appease the survivor of the Uchiha clan, Uchiha Sasuke. On the other hand, as usual, Qiye came to the ninja school and fell down as soon as he was seated. This is normal operation. Iruka started the roll call from the podium. Haruno Sakura. Arrive. Yamanaka Ino. Arrive. Hyuga Hinata. Arrive. Hyuga Hinata blushed and replied softly. Uzumaki Naruto. No one answered. Nara Shikamaru. No one answered either. Inazuka Tooth. It was quiet. Akamichi Choji. No one answered. Iruka touched his forehead helplessly. These 4 little bastards. Needless to say, Naruto, Shikamaru, Teeth, Choji are well-known skippers F4 in the Konoha Shinobi School. Not sure where to play right now. Uchiha Sasuke. No one answered. Iruka glanced over and saw Sasuke sitting upright. His face was expressionless, and his face seemed a little pale. Last night's Uchiha genocide has spread among Konoha's ninjas. As Chunin, he naturally knew. Seeing that Sasuke didn't pursue his investigation, he continued to call. Uchiha Qiye. Iruka paused as he said the surname Uchiha again. Hey, did you mispronounce it? Didn't you say that the Uchiha clan has only one survivor, Sasuke, so who is this Uchiha Qiye? Iruka has just been a teacher at the Jonin school, and Uchiha Kai's presence is too weak. It was normal for him to have doubts, but he still thought about it. Uchiha Qiye. Kai's tablemate, Aburame Shino pushed him. Qiye, Iruka-sensei called you. Sure enough, only people with the same attributes can become tablemates. Shino's presence in the ninja school is very weak, otherwise Naruto will not recognize him after 2.5 years of training. And Uchiha Kai's presence is even weaker than Aburame Shino. Qiye rubbed his hazy eyes. Since I really didn't sleep well in the wild last night, no, I fell asleep as soon as I sat down. Arrive. Seeing a tall figure stand up, Iruka froze for a moment. This guy is no longer a 7 or 8-year-old kid. Why is there still such a person in the ninja school, and he is still from the Uchiha family? No, this news must be told to Lord Hokage. Hearing the 3 words Uchiha, Sasuke's heart trembled. He looked at Qiye with incredible eyes. Advertisement. This guy is still alive, didn't he die at the hands of that man last night? From this moment on, Qiye made Sasuke face it again. After all, there is only Uchiha Qiye besides him in the Uchiha clan in Konoha village. Before that, Sasuke knew that there was a person like Qiye in the class, and also knew that he was a member of the Uchiha family. Helpless, Qiye doesn't have a sense of existence, so he doesn't have any strength. Already 17 years old, Sharingan has not opened yet, and is still a repeater at the ninja school. This is already a shame for the Uchiha family. Because of the Uchiha family, this title has always been synonymous with genius. Itachi started Sharingan when he was less than 10 years old. As a genius Sasuke, the strong is the target he chases. Sasuke has been chasing in his brother's footsteps and he has no interest at all in the weak. Because of this, Qiye and Sasuke are two types of people, and they are not qualified to attract Sasuke's attention. That's what the tail end of the crane is like, but there is one exception, and that is Naruto. That's because Naruto is always looking for trouble with Sasuke. And Qiye is indifferent to the world again, but today is different. As the only Uchiha people who survived the genocide, Qiye has completely caught Sasuke's attention. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to host for completing the achievement of taking a 10-minute nap in class. Each data is added by 1, and the amount of chakra has been enhanced to the Chunin level. Close black lens bracket. And this good thing? Qiye immediately checked the properties panel. Name: Uchiha Qiye. Species: Uchiha. Family. Age: 17. Current status: repeated student at ninja school. Forbearance: 6. Body: 6 magic, 6 fine, 6 yin, 6 speed, 6 force, 6 speed, 6 forbearance, body, magic, power, speed, finesse, virtuousness, seal. These 8 data are the basic attribute values of ninjas, the highest is 10. But this does not have much reference significance, and the strength of the ninja is not absolutely linked to these data. Qiye doesn't care about this data, but it's best if you can get it full. At the same time, he could sense the increase in the amount of chakra in his body, but he only took a 10-minute nap. The chakra in the body has doubled. The system honestly doesn't deceive me, sleep can really become stronger. At this moment, there was silence in Hokage's office. Suddenly, an afterimage appeared in the hall, but on his knees, it was Iruka. Lord Third Generation, I have something to report to you about the Uchiha clan. The Uchiha clan? Third Generation's eyes lit up, and everyone cheered up. In addition to Sasuke surviving in the Uchiha clan, there is another clan alive named Uchiha Qiye. Third Generation's dead fish eyes narrowed slightly, he seemed to have heard this name before. By the way, the previous teacher at the ninja school seemed to have mentioned it to him. There is such a teenage repeater in the school who has not yet graduated to become genin. He didn't pay attention at the time, but now he remembered that there was indeed such a student, and he was from the Uchiha clan. The ANBU present in some Jonin's breathing became heavier. How is it possible that there are still survivors in the Uchiha family? Born in ANBU, that Uchiha Itachi doesn't seem like someone who can show mercy. Even the captain of the Konoha police department, the head of the Uchiha clan, and the father of Uchiha Itachi died at the hands of Itachi. How on earth did this Uchiha Qiye survive? Lord Third Generation, this matter must be investigated carefully. I know, I will send someone to handle Kai's affairs. Iruka, the ninja school must remain the same as usual. These new forces are the future of the village. I know, Lord Third Generation. Iruka turned into a cloud of white smoke and dispersed. This is Shadow Clone. Under the ANBU mask, the woman with a stunning face breathed a sigh of relief. He whispered inwardly, Qiye, you are still alive. Chapter 3 Advertisement. Under ANBU's mask is Zhang Weimei's face, with long purple hair. Now he is Hokage's direct subordinate ANBU. It was Azuki Yuyan who, along with Moonlight Gale and Uchiha Qiye, used to be classmates at the ninja school. There were not many Uchiha clan members in the ninja school at that time, only Uchiha Qiye was the only one. Even though his talents in school were the last ones, Uchiha Qiye still caught the attention of Yuzuki Azuki. During the ninja school period, Shien had an inexplicable affection for Qiye. This also made Moonlight Gale, who had a crush on her, quite dissatisfied. The mediocrity of the Uchiha clan, what was there to care about? Sure enough, when Azuki Yuyan and Moonlight Hurricane graduated from the ninja school, Qiye became a repeater because of failing grades. Azuki Yuyan later became Konoha ANBU, while Moonlight Gale became Special Jonin. This result was what Moonlight Gale wanted, and the difference in status meant that Uchiha Qiye and Shien could not be together. And he is the man with the most chance. Even though Azuki Shien became ANBU, she always followed Uchiha Kai's every move. When she heard that Qiye either slept or slept in class, she had no intention of improving her strength and graduating smoothly. She was confused, when her youthful love was about to shatter, when she was about to forget about the man Uchiha Qiye. Uchiha Qiye didn't know that the sleeping Uchiha Qiye was trying to improve her strength. Then came the news that the Uchiha clan had been wiped out, and Azuki Shien's heart was very shaken. Only then did she realize that she couldn't forget this man at all. The task was at hand. When she searched for the bodies of the Uchiha clan, she did not find the body of Uchiha Qiye. At that time, Shi Yan felt a little fortunate in her heart. I just heard Iruka say that Uchiha Qiye is still alive. The big stone in Azuki Yuyan's heart can finally be put down. Cough cough. Yu Guang Gufeng coughed a few times, his face pale. Lord Third Generation, Uchiha Qiye used to be my contemporaneous student at ninja school. He doesn't even know simple body replacement technique, clone technique, transformation technique, so he must be a repeater now. Oh, Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes widened. Is there still such a person in the ninja school? Kakashi, Sarutobi Asuma, Might Guy and some ANBU people who were present were surprised. When did the Uchiha clan have such talents? In Kakashi's impression, Uchiha Obito at the back of the crane had graduated from the ninja school and eventually became Chunin. And this Uchiha Qiye, at the age of 17, was a repeater at the Konoha Shinobi school, neither was Genin. It's a miracle, it's a miracle. Immediately, ANBU's people handed over the information of Uchiha Qiye. Third Hokage took a look. Name: Uchiha Qiye SX, male. Age: 17. Height: 179.2 centimeters. Weight: 66 kilograms. Occupation: ninja school repeater. D class mission: 0. Class B missions: 0. C level missions: 0. A level tasks: 0. S class mission: 0. Ninja talent: 0. Sarutobi Hiruzen frowned. This kid really isn't made for a ninja. Lord third generation, this Uchiha Qiye was able to survive last night. Could he be the accomplice of the murderer Uchiha Itachi? Moonlight Blast asked the premise. Uchiha Qiye doesn't even know simple ninjutsu, so how could he be an accomplice of Uchiha Itachi? A crisp female voice came from under ANBU's mask. This voice, Moonlight Blast, is familiar to me. It is Uyue Shien. Advertisement. Moonlight Blast gritted his teeth, feeling very unhappy in his heart. So far, Shien, are you still right? Okay, Gale, I probably know about Uchiha Qiye. It's impossible for him to be an accomplice with such talent. Besides, Uchiha Itachi's younger brother Uchiha Sasuke also survived. Could a 7 or 8-year-old child be an accomplice? Destroying the Uchiha clan is a task assigned to Uchiha Itachi by Danzo, Homura, and Kaharu. In the end, as Hokage, he acquiesced to the task. The condition of the mission is that Sasuke can survive. But now there is one more Uchiha Qiye. Sarutobi Hiruzen knows Itachi so well that he can think about things with Hokage's mind at the age of 7. There will be no such oversight. But when I think about it, this is not an ordinary task. It is to kill my own clan, my parents. There might be such an oversight. Sarutobi Hiruzen thought about it, and could only ask Itachi in the dark or Uchiha Qiye to find out about it. Iruka just said that Uchiha Qiye is still in ninja school. Exactly. Third Hokage can use a crystal ball to see the current situation of only 2 Uchiha people in Konoha village. Everyone, the Konoha village Uchiha family has experienced the big event last night. Let's use a crystal ball to take a look at the current situation of the 2 Uchiha people. Third Hokage spread his hands, and a fragrant picture emerged from the crystal ball. The place was dead silent. The smoke in Sarutobi Asuma's mouth suddenly lost its fragrance and fell to the ground. He couldn't help but complain. What does this old man usually see with this crystal ball? Everyone cast a surprised look at Third Hokage, surprised and a little curious. Among them, Kakashi is the most prominent. The only eye that was exposed was wide open. Fortunately, wearing a mask, otherwise the true face will be revealed. The picture on this crystal ball is more emotional than the intimacy paradise he watched. After all, there are pictures and sounds, and the specific details in the novel have to be imagined by oneself. Kakashi touched intimacy paradise in Kabuto and immediately felt that it was not so fragrant. Cough cough. I'm sorry, I made a mistake, try again. Third generation coughed a few times, but there was no trace of shyness on his face. It looks like it has evolved into an old driver. Everyone was embarrassed to say anything because of their identity as third generation. In the crystal ball finally emerged the practice ground of the ninja school. Third generation immediately changed the subject. Okay, let me take a look at those 2 Uchiha clan brats. Inside the practice grounds, Uchiha Qiye and Sasuke stood face to face. This is a battle training between ninjas, and after the end, the seal of the solution will be formed. Qiye has no interest in facing a 7 or 8-year-old Sasuke. Do you want to beat these 2 pillars badly? In the past, Sasuke was the first in the ninja school, and he was never beaten. To be beaten up is something that happens after graduation. If you were beaten badly at school, that would be too bad. The many Jonins and ANBU in the Hokage Hall were a little curious to see this scene. In terms of body size, Uchiha Qiye has an absolute advantage, and it looks like an adult beating a child. But this is the ninja world, strength is not equal to age and figure. These people are very knowledgeable. Some people are young, and their strength is already beyond ordinary people. Just like Itachi, who caused Uchiha's murder last night, was a 13-year-old boy. On the training ground, Sasuke is domineering. Facing Qiye, he said coldly, Uchiha Qiye, tell me, how did you survive? Chapter 4. Advertisement. Sasuke looked at Qiye coldly, with a domineering aura. Qiye, where were you last night, and how did you escape that man's killing? Sasuke's tone was as if he was questioning, looking down at Qiye with a noble identity. Who is he, the son of the head of the Uchiha clan? The genius of the Uchiha clan, and Qiye is just an ordinary member of the Uchiha family. Although these are all in the past, Sasuke's innate sense of superiority is not so easy to erase. Are you talking about what happened last night? Oh, that. I just happened to be outside the clan, outside. Qiye answered Sasuke's question flatly. If he was still in the clan last night, he would have become the ghost of Itachi or Obito. Who cares if you were a common clan or have a Sharingan, they still kill them. Iruka whistled loudly from the side. Okay, this is the end of the chat, let's start the competition. Little Sakura. Hey, do we still have such an uncle in our class? Sasuke-kun, get rid of him immediately. Ino looked at the battle data. Qiye is also from the Uchiha clan. He is about 10 years older than us. My god, he is still a handsome guy. Sure enough, the Uchiha clan is rich and handsome guys. Most of these little brats support Sasuke. Needless to say, Sasuke is handsome and handsome. After another famous family, the Uchiha family. In addition to being the patriarch, Dad is also the head of the Konoha police force. Who doesn't like Sasuke's properly rich second generation, coupled with the cold Tsunere's temperament? And Qiye is more handsome than Sasuke, what else is there? At the age of 17, he was called an uncle. The poker face doesn't appeal to these little girls. But there are still people cheering for Qiye. Naruto. Big brother Qiye, you took my place, but you have to teach that B************ D Sasuke a hard lesson for me. Why is that guy so popular with girls? Hinata blushed and whispered, Kie-kun, Sasuke-kun, you all have to do your best. The game lasts for 5 minutes, until one side is beaten down or admits defeat. Remember, the seal of reconciliation must be made after the game is over. After Iruka finished speaking, he stepped aside. Well, 1 minute is enough. Kie was never Sasuke's target. Sasuke only targets that man, Uchiha Itachi. Seeing Sasuke bragging about not writing drafts, Kie was a little speechless. Did this guy pretend like this since he was a kid? Sasuke rushed over with a single stride, and threw his fist directly at Kai's face. Fist swishing in the air. The people in Hokage's office who looked at the crystal ball were a little surprised when they saw this scene. As expected of the famous family, the Uchiha family. He had such power at such a young age. If you nurture it well, you may become the backbone of Konoha. So how will Kie respond? Before Sasuke's small fist touched Kie, Kai's big fist had already hit Sasuke's forehead. Anti-kill, absolutely anti-kill. This is the advantage of hand length. Sasuke's thin body fell to the ground. Some of the little girls onlookers exclaimed. No, 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 Sasuke-kun just lost. No, I don't believe it. Sasuke is the genius in our class. Iruka took a long breath. Sure enough, Kie still has an absolute advantage in terms of physical fitness, physical skills and age. Even if there is no talent in ninjutsu, as long as you practice hard, you will get results. Guy and Xiao Li are living examples. And Kie has spent many years at the ninja school, so he is already a master at this. When everyone thought Kie won with absolute power, Sasuke, who fell to the ground, turned into a cloud of white smoke with a bang. This is clone technique. Has Sasuke already mastered clone technique? He is indeed a genius. Advertisement Iruka was surprised to see this scene. Suddenly, Kie felt a cool wind blowing over his head. Sasuke is galloping down towards Kie with kunai in hand. Kie didn't panic, took out 2 shuriken from Kabuto and threw them up. What? A scream came from the sky. The right and left hand of the kunai commander's assistants. Finished. In Hokage's office, 3rd Hokage, Kakashi and the others are watching the ninja school fight through the crystal ball. Kakashi said lazily, no, it's not over yet. Bang. Sasuke, who was hit by the shuriken in the air, turned into a wooden stake. This is the body replacement technique. At this age, Sasuke has mastered the 3-body technique taught in the ninja school. It's not easy, this Uchiha kid is really not easy. I have used clone technique and body replacement technique continuously, but I haven't touched Kai's body. This took a toll on Sasuke's self-esteem. He never considered the advantage of age, he only recognized the strong. And from Kai's eyes, he could see that Kie didn't seem to take him seriously. This is a look of contempt for the weak, the same way Itachi looked at him last night. Why should the son of one of his patriarchs be looked down upon by an ordinary clansman? Sasuke is very obsessed with the honor of his Uchiha clan. The black pupil suddenly turned scarlet and stared at Kie. This is Sharingan. Has this kid turned on Sharingan? The appearance of Sharingan made the results of this competition confusing. 3rd generation was also quite surprised. Cold sweat broke out on Naruto's face, and he clenched his small fists. That B******************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************* Sharingan, Qiye thought about it. By the way, the Sharingan opened by Sasuke on the night of the genocide. With Sharingan's blessing, the corners of Sasuke's mouth rose slightly. Seeing Sasuke's confident look, Qiye really resisted the urge to laugh. Clone technique, body replacement technique, Sharingan, all are Sasuke's solo show. Little brother, is the show over? Big brother is going to beat him on the back. Sasuke's scarlet pupils narrowed slightly. This time, I will see through all your actions. This is the gap between you and me, the difference between Sharingan or not. His body sank slightly, and Sasuke rushed towards Qiye again. This time he didn't want to make a feint. Directly see through the opponent's movements, and then perform a one-hit kill counterattack. Qiye stretched out his right hand and waved it lightly. Sasuke's thin body fell directly to the ground and fell asleep. Yep, it's that simple. Qiye stretched out his right hand and hit Sasuke on the back of the neck, knocking him unconscious. And the galloping Sasuke, Sharingan saw the scene of his fall with his own eyes. He watched helplessly as Kai's right hand hit the back of his neck. Although the eyes see it, the body does not respond. Was directly knocked out. This time, it didn't turn into a stake, and it didn't turn into a cloud of white smoke. Sasuke is a complete loser. The training ground was quiet. The whole process takes less than a minute. Poor Sasuke, he was slapped in the face in less than a minute for his rhetoric. Qiye is also for Sasuke's good, so he was severely beaten by society at the ninja school. Looking at the crystal ball, Kakashi said softly. Well, yes, that's how it turned out. Chapter 5 Advertisement. After Sasuke was knocked out, the practice site was dead silent. The little girls were stunned. How is it possible? How can Sasuke-kun be defeated? Impossible. Sasuke-kun can't lose. Little Sakura clenched her fists and looked at Kie coldly. Damn it, this uncle, bullying Sasuke-kun because of his age. Ino looked at Kie with admiration, his face flushed red. Why didn't she find Kie so handsome before? It gave her a fresh perspective on handsome guys. Compared to a boyish handsome guy like Sasuke, Kie is the charm of a mature and handsome guy. Looking at Sasuke who was lying on the ground, he suddenly felt that it was the same. Hinata also blushed. He spoke in a voice that only he could hear. Congratulations, Kie-kun won the game. Naruto responded quickly. Big brother Kie, you are so handsome, that D Sasuke should have taught him a lesson. Naruto couldn't get used to Sasuke's usual stinky fart. Shino adjusted her glasses. Kie-kun, as expected of the strongest repeater. Since Sasuke has passed out, the seal of reconciliation cannot be formed. He was carried away on a stretcher by paramedics. Iruka was quite surprised by the result of this competition. He thought that he was very good at using the three-body technique and that Sasuke, who had already started Sharingan, would start the counterattack. Unexpectedly, he was defeated by Kie. From beginning to end, Kie stood there without moving a single step. Only Sasuke was jumping up and down. After watching this competition, it is like a battle between an ordinary human being and a child. With no doubt, inside Hokage's office, third generation puffed out a cigarette. Looks like that kid named Uchiha Qiye won. Those kiddos at ninja school can't see the way out. The halls of Hokage are filled with Jonin, the boss of the ANBU elite. Although Sasuke of Master 3 body technique is very handsome, and also has Sharingan. But in terms of physical response, strength, and speed, the two are not at the same level at all. Qiye has been repeating grades at the ninja school for so many years, and he still has some experience in combat. Winning the game didn't come as a big surprise to these people. On the contrary, both 3rd Hokage and Kakashi saw the qualities, potential, etc. that Sasuke needed to be a ninja. At such an age, he is so skilled with 3 body technique master, and there is also Sharingan. It can be said that the future is endless. As for Qiye, he saw the upper limit at a glance, and there was nothing to expect. I'm 17 and haven't turned on Sharingan, let alone. Also, the exam questions are different every year. Naruto's exam was clone technique. Kai's exams include written exams and 3 comprehensive exams. That's why he failed. Ninjutsu illusion has no talent and can only study taijutsu. But how much of a way out is there only in physical art? For decades, only Might Guy and his dad, Might, have achieved physical fitness in Konoha. 8 inner gates are not for everyone. Now Xiao Li is still a scumbag in individual skills. So both 3rd Hokage and Kakashi saw the upper limit of Uchiha Qiye at a glance. Nothing to expect. It is worth looking forward to, or Sasuke. Shien under Anbu's mask saw Kai's figure and the corner of her mouth twitched. Great, Kie-kun, maybe you can graduate this year and become a ninja. In the Hokage Hall, Kakashi and the Anbu elite have dispersed, and Sarutobi Hiruzen has closed the crystal ball. From the match just now, it can be seen that Uchiha Kai's skills are mediocre. Advertisement. It's impossible to avoid Itachi's sharp blade. Qiye is not related to Itachi, and his order is to destroy the Uchiha clan. There is no reason to forgive him. It is impossible for a weakling like Qiye to have the same interests as Itachi. Negotiation is a qualification that only the strong have. Sarutobi Hiruzen muttered. Uchiha Qiye was able to escape last night's catastrophe, it's really a fluke. But no matter what, as Hokage, interrogation is still necessary. After school, Uchiha Qiye came to the river. Qiye looked at the reflection in the river. He is now 17 years old if he entered the ninja school at the age of 6. 11 years. He has memorized all the courses taught in the ninja school, and he can also use the 3 body technique skillfully. If he wanted to graduate, he would have graduated long ago. But he can't do that. If he wants to graduate, he must at least wait for the activation of the system. Because the ninja school is the safest shelter at present, it can only live. If you graduate, you will be a genin, and a genin will perform tasks. Carrying out the mission will be life-threatening. After all, the outside world is too scary. It's as if Naruto Sasuke was tasked with protecting Dasna shortly after he became a genin. If it wasn't for the protagonist Halo, they would have GG in this mission. Qiye believes that he has no aura, so he can only go to waves when he is strong enough. Over the years, he has no emotional ups and downs. This also caused his Sharingan to be unable to open. Even if he brought up the old woman to see God. The old woman also smiled and told Qiye not to be sad. Be happy even if you are alone. It is impossible for Qiye not to be sad when he left the old woman who raised him with one hand. He was sad and cried. Finally found that Sharingan is still not open. This is nonsense. But this is also normal. If every Uchiha family member can turn on Sharingan after the death of their relatives, it would be a pair of Sharingan for everyone. Since then, Qiye has become more emotional. Until your own system is activated, all this comes back. Qiye suddenly stared at the reflection in the water, the reflection of the scarlet 3-hook jade floating in the water. Then he couldn't help but wonder. Is it normal to start 3-tomo Sharingan at the age of 17? Or, is it reasonable that the Mangekyo Sharingan has not been activated at the age of 17? You know, Sasuke started Rinnegan at the age of 17. This is really human to human, and maddening. Fortunately, in addition to Sharingan, Qiye has another ability. Frozen fruit. Sleeping can enhance the ninja's 8 attributes and chakra, and maybe there are windfalls. After school, Qiye came to the river, just to try the ability of frozen fruit. Take off your shirt. With a plop, Qiye escaped directly into the water. Qiye did not feel fatigued and could swim normally. Sure enough, the curse of the sea has been lifted. Besides, as a ninja, is he still afraid of water? Walking and running on the water are not basic exercises. Aha lala. Qiye tried to speak in Aokiji's tone. Ice time. Clack clack. Suddenly, the water in the entire river stopped flowing and instantly turned into ice cubes. Uchiha Qiye's whole body also turned into ice. This is the elementalization of fruit power. After a while, several ice cubes sizzled and condensed together, and gradually transformed into Qiye's body. Elementalization of the natural ability of the fruit, he is also a master. He exhaled cold air from his mouth, and the corner of Qiye's mouth rose slightly. Tisk tisk, this ninja doesn't do it. Now he has no idea and just wants to sleep. Chapter 6. Advertisement. Tisk tisk, this ninja doesn't do it. Now he has no idea and just wants to sleep. This frozen fruit has infinite potential. Aokiji once froze an ocean for 7 days. Allows refugees to move from one island to another. That's not all, frozen fruit's ability can even freeze volcanic eruptions and even magma. This is why Aokiji can fight a Kainu for 10 days and 10 nights. The original normal island has become an ice and fire island, which is not without horror. And just through experiments, Qiye found that when he uses the ability of frozen fruit, it does not cost chakra. It's just a little physical exertion, which is a big discovery. But it's normal to think about it, the ability of one of my fruits has something to do with your chakra. When Qiye uses this ability, in the eyes of others, it may be the bloodline limit formed by the combination of water style and wind style, ice escape. But this ability is not a little bit stronger than being done. When Qiye used ice time, the temperature around it dropped. Get a good night's sleep tonight, Qiye is going to tell Iruka that he will not be a ninja tomorrow. At the age of 17, and yet to graduate, in the eyes of others, there is no ninja talent. Iruka would also agree. Don't be fragrant to be a commoner of Konoha. Going back to the ninja school with those 7 or 8-year-olds is boring. Qiye-kun, are you here? A melodious cry came from the forest not far away. A girl with long purple hair and a graceful figure was wandering in the forest. Looking around, as if looking for someone. The girl was wearing an ANBU vest and carrying a long knife, but she just took off the ANBU mask. The voice Qiye was very familiar, and he was one of the few friends he had made during his ninja school days. Shien, I'm here. Qiye waved in Shien's direction. Hearing this familiar voice, Shien looked back. Instantly, her snow-white cheeks became extremely crimson. At this time, Uchiha Qiye was standing on the water wearing only a pair of black shorts, and Qiye had just released the freezing moment. Shien immediately covered her eyes. With a hint of anger, he said, Qiye, please put on your clothes. Even though she covered her eyes, there was still a gap between Shien's fingers. Quietly peeked at Qiye. I have to say that Qiye's body proportions are still very good. Muscle lines are clear and eyes are clear. The masculinity of men is unmistakable. Shien turned around and smiled lightly. I haven't seen this guy for a long time, I didn't expect to be in good shape. Seeing Shien's appearance, Qiye looked down and realized that she was only wearing a pair of shorts. Ah la la, Shien, sorry, I was just cultivating. Qiye didn't expect that she would still look so shy when she was on a secret mission in ANBU. You know, people in ANBU have basically no emotions. The execution is a series of secret missions such as assassination, and so on. In front of him, Shien still had the feeling of the ninja school, which made Uchiha Qiye miss the past. Uchiha Qiye got dressed immediately, and a body flicker technique appeared behind Azuki Shien. Advertisement. His hands gently wrapped around Shien's slender waist. Feeling the fragrance of Shien's body, Qiye said softly in his ear, okay, Shien, you can open your eyes. Facing Qiye's intimacy, Shien was a little bit resistant at first. The whole body moved slightly forward. When she realized that Qiye was not doing anything else, Shien was relieved. But there was still a hint of crimson on her pretty face. From Qiye, Shien felt a slight coolness. The coolness was like the summer breeze, which relieved his tense heart. The whole person felt very relaxed. Qiye let go of his hands, spread it out, and made a helpless movement. Shien, I was cultivating just now, and I was wearing pants. You broke into my territory without permission. Indeed, only Shien knew that Qiye often came here. If you were someone else, you definitely wouldn't be able to do that. Shien gave him an angry look. Qiye, you just stood on the water, it means that you have mastered the control of chakra, maybe you can successfully graduate to become a genin this year. Seeing Shien's happy expression, Qiye didn't want to hit him, saying that he didn't want to be a ninja anymore, he just wanted to be an ordinary Konoha civilian. Just nodded and smiled, expressing acquiescence. At this moment, Shien supported her small mouth with her index finger and looked at Qiye suspiciously. Qiye, when I just came here, I suddenly felt that the temperature dropped a lot in an instant. This is not the climate that summer should have at all. As expected of being from ANBU, Shien's observation was very careful. The temperature here is slowly returning to normal, and Qiye, I also felt your body was cold just now, what's going on? I'm practicing, it's a very powerful practice. Facing Shien, Qiye has nothing to hide, this is a normal answer. Really. Seeing Qiye practicing so hard, Shien didn't want to ask any more questions. It seems that those rumors are not credible at all, sleeping in class every day is false. Qiye didn't want to tell Shien too much, and immediately changed the subject. By the way, Shien, do you have anything to do with me this time? Azuki Shien suddenly became excited. It's not because of last night's Uchiha incident, I'm worried. Speaking of this, Shien immediately stopped. Uchiha Itachi did such a cruel thing. I didn't find you when I was on a mission. I saw that you were still alive today through Third Hokage's crystal ball, so come and see. Qiye smiled slyly and asked, so, are you worried about me? Azuki Shien's face instantly flushed to her neck. I don't have one. Everyone is playing at the same time. Isn't it normal for me to see my friends? Seeing Shien's defense, Qiye wanted to laugh. In this cruel ninja world, there is someone who cares about his own safety, how fortunate it is. Qiye kissed Shien's forehead lightly. Shien froze in place, as if a current seemed to spread throughout her body just now. There was a hazy touch on her forehead, and she could feel the refreshing coolness just now. For a while, Azuki Shien didn't know what to say, and immediately put on ANBU's mask. He whispered softly in his heart, this guy's kiss is also slightly cold. Qiye smiled, Shien was duplicitous, and Tsunere got up. Not wanting to expose her, he said, Shien, it's getting late, let's go back to the village. Uyu Shien just gave a simple hum and followed behind Qiye. Chapter 7. Advertisement. Uyu Shien just gave a simple hum and followed behind Qiye. By the way, Qiye, how did you escape that catastrophe last night? Only then did Shien realize the importance of this issue. You must know that there are many powerful ninjas in the Uchiha clan, even the leader of the Uchiha clan, the leader of the Konoha police department, and other strong men died under Itachi's hands. I really can't think of any reason for Qiye to survive from Itachi's hands. Oh, I happened to be absent from the clan last night, maybe God favored me and let me escape this catastrophe. Indeed, it can only be a lucky event to escape from Itachi. When Qiye came to the Uchiha clan, he always calculated the genocide event. If he has the strength, does he need to escape? Straight to the weasel. But he doesn't have it, he can only rely on the advantage of transmigration. After all the calculations, I just avoided the night of the extermination of the clan. Hearing Qiye say this, Uyu Shien was also relieved. There really is only one result. Listen, Qiye, Lord Third Generation may ask you about this, so just tell the truth. Okay, I know. For Third Generation, Uchiha Qiye was well prepared. Don't look at him dealing with the Uchiha clan and Konoha, trying to figure out a way. In fact, he couldn't think of a good way, and in the end he acquiesced to the task of Danzo and the others ordering Itachi to destroy the Uchiha clan. Danzo is just taking the blame for Third Generation. One of them sang the red face and the other sang the white face. Rotate it around in circles. No, as soon as the Uchiha clan was destroyed, Third Hokage dismissed Danzo from assisting Hokage and ordered him to disband the roots. If Qiye hadn't escaped quickly, he would have died in Itachi's mission just like the rest of the Uchiha commoners. Whether it's Third Hokage or Danzo, Qiye doesn't like it much. In the high-rise meeting room of Konoha, Sarutobi Hiruzen, Danzo, Homura, Kaharu, four big bosses gathered together. They discussed how to deal with the funeral of the Uchiha family in the Konoha police department. Danzo gave Third Hokage a smug look. Hiruzen, I'm right, only by destroying the Uchiha clan can we save Konoha. This does solve the crisis between the village and Konoha. Third Generation still couldn't help complaining. Danzo, you know the importance of the Uchiha clan to the village, their power is not comparable to other races. Without the Uchiha clan, the Fire Nation's combat power would be greatly reduced. Konoha village can no longer be called the largest village in the ninja world. Danzo didn't pay any heed to Third Hokage's words. Hiruzen, you're still too naive. What's the use of the power that the village can't use? In the end, it will backfire on yourself. This kind of power is not worth it. In Danzo's view, keeping the Uchiha clan will only cause more harm. If the Uchiha clan still exists, it will be the biggest threat to Konoha. If you join another ninja village, the consequences will be even more unimaginable. Therefore, this uncontrollable force, destroying it is the best choice. Of course, Danzo can also benefit a lot from the annihilation of the Uchiha clan. He can have more Sharingan. With the understanding and application of Sharingan, Danzo has become a master. And Danzo is letting Orochimaru study the cells of the first generation. With the power of Sharingan and first generation cells, it is no problem to control the tailed beast. It can be said that Danzo's goal is not only in Konoha, but in the entire ninja world. His eyes were long-term. Advertisement. Homura and Kaharu on the side also interjected. Third Generation, this time Danzo's choice was right, Konoha's crisis has been lifted. Yeah, Third Generation, Danzo is thinking about the village. Both Homura and Kaharu executives support Danzo. Third Hokage can't do anything about it either. Now the Konoha police department can be lifted, and if it is not lifted, people from other ethnic groups or some elite ninjas in the village can fill the vacancy. Danzo has already planned to let his own people live in the police department. The incident of the Uchiha clan also played a deterrent role in the village, and other clans did not dare to rebel. Konoha village's aggressive approach to dealing with the Uchiha clan really frightened other clans in the village. The Akamaiki clan, the Nara clan, the Aburame clan and so on have all seen the true power of the village. For Konoha, these races naturally dare not have the intention of treason. Not to mention the Hyuga clan, Konoha has no Uchiha clan, they are the strongest clan in Konoha. It's too late to laugh in bed. Besides, the Hyuga clan is divided into clans, branch houses, and they are not united at all. Through the events of the Uchiha clan, the patriarchs, elders, etc. of these races are cautious in their words and deeds. Showed his absolute loyalty to Konoha. Stronger than the Uchiha clan, Konoha can destroy them overnight. It is impossible not to be afraid of this kind of power. Danzo is right, it does act as a deterrent. Speaking of which, Danzo snorted a few times. Hiruzen, this time with Uchiha incident, besides Itachi's younger brother Uchiha Sasuke, there is another living Uchiha clan. It has to be said that the information of the route is fast. The news that Uchiha Qiye is still alive has reached Danzo's ears. The Itachi condition they promised was that Sasuke could only survive alone. Unexpectedly, there is still Uchiha Qiye as a survivor. For Itachi's ability, Danzo is very trusting. He doesn't believe Itachi was left alive or missed during the mission. Would a person whose parents dare to kill would still care about an ordinary clansman? Danzo asked Gen's people to investigate the connection between Itachi and Qiye, and found that there was no intersection between the two. And he also checked Uchiha Qiye's profile. An ordinary Uchiha tribe. Repeated grades at ninja school for many years, not even a Sharingan. Graduation is a problem, it can be said that there is no ninja talent. Combining the above, the reason why Uchiha Qiye was able to survive the mission of Itachi. It can only be considered that its fate is great, luck favors it, and it is just a fluke. But Danzo, who was naturally suspicious, couldn't possibly ignore it. The two advisors, Homura and Kaharu, were also puzzled. Is there a Uchiha tribe alive other than Uchiha Sasuke in this Uchiha incident? Danzo took out Uchiha Qiye's information and put it in front of Homura Kaharu. He continued. Hiruzen, we promised Itachi, but we could only keep Uchiha Sasuke alive, and now we have an extra Uchiha Qiye, why not? Danzo made a neck wipe. Without the presence of Uchiha Qiye, Itachi could be said to have accomplished this task perfectly. Because Sasuke is a condition of their promise. But now, this task of Itachi has loopholes and flaws. There is an extra Uchiha Qiye, which makes Danzo have to guard. Third Hokage gave Danzo a stern look and took the pipe from his mouth. He said solemnly. No, you must not shoot at Uchiha Qiye now. Chapter 8. Advertisement. Third Hokage said dignifiedly. No, you must not shoot at Uchiha Qiye now. Danzo just proposed to erase the existence of Uchiha Qiye, he didn't expect Sarutobi Hiruzen's reaction to be so big. For an incompetent ninja like Uchiha Qiye, as Danzo, it is not a matter of words to let him disappear from the world. Besides, this Uchiha Qiye is not a jonin, just an older repeater from a ninja school. Third Hokage said sternly. Danzo, you better cancel this idea, otherwise, Konoha will be destroyed in your hands. Humph. Danzo snorted coldly. Is it so important to be an ordinary Uchiha without a Sharingan? Danzo, do you know that the news of Qiye and Sasuke, the survivors of the Uchiha clan, has spread in the village? If Uchiha Qiye suddenly disappears from the village, what will the villagers, ninjas, and other clans think? The news that the Uchiha clan was wiped out overnight has spread in Konoha village. And it caused an uproar. Now, it's being talked about among ordinary villagers and ninjas alike. Except for those 7 or 8-year-old children who do not know, almost no one in the village does not know about it. After the Uchiha genocide, the names of Uchiha Sasuke and Uchiha Qiye were well known by the villagers and ninjas of Konoha. If Uchiha Qiye suddenly disappeared, there would be panic among the villagers. Ninjas are suspicious of each other, and those clans will eventually point their finger at the top of Konoha. Even his Hokage. When people are scattered, the village is not easy to manage. Third Hokage knows this. Right now, the Uchiha clan has just perished, and the village is still in turmoil. The most important thing now is to make the village settle down. There should be no other incidents, that's what Third Hokage wants. Danzo, if something happens to Uchiha Qiye, it will definitely cause a series of chain reactions, then the village will be more turbulent than now, is this what you want? Danzo, under the white bandages, thought for a moment. The ravaged face couldn't tell what he was thinking. Sarutobi Hiruzen is right, at the moment, Konoha really needs to be stable, and it is not appropriate to have other incidents. Danzo, as Hokage, I order you to absolutely not shoot at Uchiha Qiye. Yeah, Danzo, we also read the profile of Uchiha Qiye, a person without ninja talent, let him live as long as he lives. That's right, what third generation and Kaharu said this time are right, an ordinary Uchiha who doesn't have a Sharingan, just treat him as an ordinary villager, and it's not a threat to the village. Homura and Kaharu had no idea. Either support the idea of third generation, or agree with Danzo. I see. Third Hokage, Homura, and Kaharu are on the same line. Danzo didn't say much. From the current point of view, this Uchiha Qiye, who has no ninja talent, really does not attract his interest. A low voice resounded in Danzo's heart. It's just an ant, just let him live. This is how Konoha's high-level meeting ended. Because of the Uchiha genocide. Third Hokage, Danzo and the others unanimously agreed to disband the Konoha police force. Whether it needs to be re-established in the future depends on the specific situation. In the setting sun, the sun shines in the forest of wood leaves, dyed with a golden yellow. The chirping birds return to their nests one after another, as if heralding the arrival of darkness soon. The forest is quiet and peaceful. Uchiha Qiye and Azuki Shien just walked quietly. In a blink of an eye, he reached the door of Konoha. The gatekeeper was someone familiar to Uchiha Qiye. That's right, those two 10,000 years dragons, Azumo and Zeti. Yo, Shien, long time no see. Shien did not wear ANBU mask, for this Hokage directly belongs to ANBU's iceberg beauty. Advertisement. Azumo Zeti and the two also knew each other. She is also polite Kaido. Shuian-kun, Zeti-kun, hello. Who is this? Azumo and Zeti looked at Qiye with curious eyes. Hello, my name is Qiye. Qiye, that Uchiha Qiye. Apparently, through the Uchiha clan incident, Azumo Kazuo also knew the name. I didn't expect to see a real person now. In their eyes, Uchiha Qiye's age as a ninja school student is a real talent. Unexpectedly, there is such a Wolong in the dignified Konoha village, and it is also a member of the Uchiha family. To outsiders, Uchiha is synonymous with genius. Uchiha Qiye has set a record yet to graduate from ninja school at the age of 17. There is no one before, and no one will come later. Izumoko Tetsuo looked at Qiye with a sneering expression. I wanted to make some jokes about it and add a little spice to this boring life as a gatekeeper. In the end they held back. As a ninja, with professionalism, he definitely couldn't say it in front of Qiye. The two looked at each other and smiled knowingly. If you know, you understand. If you don't know how to say it, you don't understand. It's better not to say. It is more than words. Of course Qiye understood what they meant, and he wasn't someone who couldn't make jokes. And he has not graduated from the ninja school at the age of 17, which has indeed become a meme. Uchiha Qiye doesn't care. Shien is different. In front of outsiders, she returned to the expressionless, icy attitude she had in ANBU. He glanced at Zeti Azumo and the two of them. Cough cough. The two coughed, and the smiles on their faces immediately converged, returning to their serious looks. Seeing Qiye and Shien's actions, Azumo asked curiously, Shien, are you dating Qiye? Hearing this, Shiyan glared at him coldly. Are you asking me something? Azumo was shivering from Shien's stare, and she was sweating. I sighed in my heart. Is this the horror of ANBU? It's really amazing. He asked out of curiosity, but thought that ANBU's personal information would not be disclosed to outsiders. Just now, Azumo felt a trace of murderous aura from Shien's sharp eyes. The whole person couldn't help but tremble, and immediately persuaded. No, I didn't ask you, I asked Zetai, you can tell me honestly, did you have a date with Xiaohua who lives in the D district of the village yesterday? Haha, say, didn't you? When Azumo suddenly asked such a question, Zetai was stunned. Azumo, is there something wrong with your brain? Didn't I stay with you yesterday? Tisk tisk, tricky, these two are definitely tricky. Passionate, it's a pity not to get married. In Konoha village, there are many more teams of such passionate ninjas. Azumo blinked and gave Zetai a few glances to let him experience it for himself. Who knows that his partner has no tacit understanding, and he keeps asking himself who Shalwa is. He could only pat the back of his head embarrassedly and said with a smile, oh, yes, I remembered, I did carry out a mission with you yesterday. When he got this sentence, Zetai stopped and did not continue to ask. Seeing how the two were fighting, Shiyan smiled lightly. The murderous aura she exuded just now was just to tease the two of them. Suddenly, a figure familiar to both Qiye and Shien appeared in front of them both. Moonlight Blast. Chapter 9. Advertisement. Moonlight Blast. At the ninja school, Uchiha Qiye, Azuki Yuyan, and Moonlight Gale were all at the same time. It's just that the later development is one heaven and one earth. Now Moonlight Blast has become a special jonin. And Azuki Shien also entered the ANBU elite. Only Qiye, still a repeater at the ninja school. Becoming a special jonin's Moonlight Blast, he disdains to be in company with the tail of a crane like Qiye. Cough cough. Yugong Gufeng coughed a few times, and his face was a little pale. He looked like he was suffering from kidney deficiency. He stared at Shien and Qiye with his dead fish eyes. Shien, is there anything else? Can we go for a walk together? This is clearly an invitation to a date. Azumo and Zeti seem to have seen it too. That guy in the wind seems to be interested in Shien. Wuyu Shien's face was as frosty as ever. He said lightly, Haifeng-kun, a lot of things have happened in the village recently, and there are still many things in ANBU that I need to deal with. Rejected, Shien refused the invitation of the wind. At this time, Azumo and Zeti are like melon eaters watching the fun. Qiye suddenly hugged Shien's slender waist. He whispered softly in his ear, Shien, protect yourself when you are performing tasks in ANBU. Everything happened so fast, Maoyu Shien didn't have time to react. She looks calm on the outside, but the little heart in her heart is actually beating non-stop. Qiye didn't want to pay attention to the short-lived ghost Moonlight Blast. Now Qiye grabbed the front of the Moonlight Blast. Azuki Shien likes him Qiye. At the same time Qiye is also declaring her sovereignty, this is my woman. He doesn't have a penchant for sending girls. After making a simple goodbye with Shien, Qiye went back. Yuyu Shien also used the body flicker technique to turn into a cloud of white smoke and disappeared in place. Seeing the scene just now, Moonlight Blast's face was ashen. He was not in good health at first, and his face was blue for a while, and white for a while. Hands clenched into fists. Clenching your teeth, the friction between your teeth is sizzling. Uchiha Qiye, UB*********D. Izumoko Tetsuo was stunned, as if they had discovered a huge melon. Just now, Shien seems to have rejected the special Jonin of Moonlight Blast. Judging from the intimacy of Uchiha Qiye and Azuki Yuyan just now, they seem to be more like a couple. Could it be that the iceberg beauty in ANBU likes a 10,000 years repeater? Incredible, really incredible. It is really falling flowers intentionally follow the flowing water, and the flowing water loves falling flowers ruthlessly. Azumo Zati and the others compared Qiye and Hayate. Except for the big difference in identity, Qiye wins everything else. As soon as it comes out, it wins in terms of appearance. Second, the gust of wind has a dead fish's eye and is weak and sick, and coughs a few times from time to time. The whole person is inactive when he is with him. Qiye is different, the sun is healthy and looks very manly. Thinking of this, Izumoko Tetsuo cast a sympathetic look at Yugong Gaifeng. I noticed the gazes of the two of them. The wind couldn't help but said, "What are you looking at, just work hard." Then he scolded and left here. The territory of the Uchiha clan is in the most corner of Konoha. Due to the Itachi incident, it has now been banned. It will not be unsealed until the affairs of the Uchiha clan are completely dealt with. Therefore, the high-rise Konoha found an empty house in the surrounding area for Qiye to live in. Sasuke also has his own exclusive residence. Qiye, who returned home, said nothing. Just lay down and fell asleep. The night slipped away quietly under the moonlight, and the early morning sun shone into the house through the window. A new day just arrived. The first thing Qiye opened his eyes, he found that the power in his body seemed to be a lot more abundant. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to host for a good night's sleep, the ninja's 8 basic stats have risen to 10, and the ability of frozen fruit has been awakened. Close black lens bracket. Advertisement. Ability awakening, the data rose to 10. Qiye immediately opened the system data and took a look. Name: Uchiha Qiye. Species: Uchiha family. Age: 17. Ability: frozen fruit awakened. Current status: repeated student at ninja school. Forbearance: 10. Body: 10. Magic: 10. Fine: 10. Yin: 10. Speed: 10. Force: 10. Speed: 10. Forbearance, physique, magic, strength, speed, finesse, virtuousness, and yin have reached their peaks. Qiye thought about it for a while. These 8 data are not much reference. In his impression, only Jiraiya and Itachi have the highest 8 data values, both of which are 71. What the old thief Kishimoto gave was incomplete and had little practical significance. Even so, Qiye could feel that his strength was twice as strong as yesterday. Not only that, when he woke up, he found that chakra in his body also increased several times. Tisk tisk. Unfortunately, Mangekyo has not been opened yet. Uchiha Qiye wants to know what kind of strength he is now. System: what strength do I have now? System: running fast. Open black lens bracket. I don't know how host divides strength. Close black lens bracket. Qiye thought for a while, according to the words of the Hokage world. Genin, Chunin, Special Jonin, Elite Jonin, Cage level, Ultra Cage level, 6 paths level, like this. As we all know, the strongest of Konoha is Genin. What if it was a fantasy comprehension novel that was upgraded according to such a division? This is just a vague concept as a reference. System. Silence for a moment. Open black lens bracket ding. Host can become stronger when he sleeps, his strength is immeasurable. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. If you want to know your own strength, you can only test it yourself. Close black lens bracket. The system means that I am just a system, don't ask me anything. A smile appeared on the corner of Uchiha Qiye's mouth. Of course, only you know your own strength. The system is just a tool. It seems that it is necessary to find a tool person to test my strength. After washing everything, Uchiha Qiye went to the ninja school. He didn't want to be a student at the ninja school anymore, it was boring to take classes with Naruto Sasuke's 7 or 8-year-olds. Qiye is going to apply to Iruka to leave the ninja school and become an ordinary Konoha villager. Ninja school office. What, Qiye, you don't want to be a ninja anymore? Well, Iruka-sensei, I really have no ninja talent. Seeing Qiye's appearance, Iruka smiled. Qiye, I know, you and Naruto Sasuke do have an age gap this year, so it's not that you don't want to delay them. For the sake of others, are you so great? Uchiha Qiye nodded. Haha, Qiye, you are such an interesting student. Iruka pretended to be serious. Qiye, are you afraid that people in the village will laugh at you? You are really not suitable for a ninja school at your age. I agree with your application. But Qiye, ninja, you still have to do it. Uchiha Qiye was a little puzzled. To become a ninja at least graduate, and Iruka allowed him to leave the ninja school. Is this the god horse situation? Seeing Qiye's puzzled expression, Iruka explained. Lord Hokage, considering your uniqueness, is still alone, and made an exception to open the special genin position to grant you. Genin in particular, there is such a thing. Chapter 10. Advertisement. Genin in particular, there is such a thing. Iruka explained it to Qiye abruptly. Especially genin, this is a position that Konoha has never had before. There will be no instructors and no teammates. Just by myself. Also, only D-level missions can be performed. What is the D-level mission? Qiye can't understand it anymore. Find the missing cat, help grandma cross the road. Or help farmers weed and so on, there is no danger at all. It's a good job to get paid for doing tasks. Qiye, Mr. Hokage, considering that you will be at a loss after leaving the ninja school, specially granted you this position, and there is still payment, how about it? Mr. Hokage is well-intentioned. Anyway, just leave the ninja school. He doesn't care about Genin in particular. With Qiye's current strength, are you still afraid of not being able to live? Coming out of the ninja school, Uchiha Qiye breathed a sigh of relief. His heart was much more relaxed, he had no choice but to be a repeater at the ninja school for so many years. Time to find someone to give it a try. Who to look for? This is a question for Qiye to ponder. Uchiha Qiye scratched his head and wandered in the forest outside Konoha village. Weak chicken, he can't verify anything at all, and he is not interested. Just like Sasuke now, why don't you just go and fight Danzo? No, it's too ostentatious. Suddenly, the space in front of Qiye, who bowed his head and meditated, began to distort. The space in front of Qiye swirled like a Uzumaki current. A man in a black coat with long black hair and an orange Uzumaki mask fell out of the twisted space. Qiye's eyes narrowed and he recognized the man in front of him. Uchiha Obito. At this time, Obito is still Madara's characteristic, with long hair. What do you really want? Obito is the best touchstone. The Obito in front of him can be said to be the ceiling of the current strength of the ninja world. One-eyed Kamui is playing Thief 6. In the ninja world, there is nothing unstoppable. If you can use Kamui to escape from 4th Hokage's hands, you can also chat and laugh with Wying in the future. It can be said that Obito's Hollow Kamui is currently one of the most buggy abilities in the ninja world. Time and space ninjutsu should be dealt with time and space ninjutsu. The only thing that hurts Obito is Flying Thunder God. However, now Qiye is not afraid of him. Because he also has his own bug ability, in a way, it is better than Kamui. Qiye smiled to himself. Obito, you should be the tool man. Now Qiye didn't want to showdown, and pretended to be surprised. You, who are you? You're not a Konoha ninja, and you're not ANBU, what's the point of coming here? The Sharingan in the black hole in Obito's mask squinted slightly. When Itachi said that there was still a man named Uchiha Qiye alive in the clan, he instructed Black Zetsu to inquire about Qiye. Because of Kamui's abilities, he can easily get in and out of Konoha. I soon learned the specific information of Qiye. Ordinary people in the Uchiha clan, older, repeaters of the ninja school, the tail of the crane that the Sharingan does not have. This reminds Obito of his time at ninja school. No matter what, he successfully graduated from school. As far as the ninja school is concerned, Qiye's experience is much richer than his. How did this man escape from Itachi? Obito had promised Itachi not to shoot Sasuke, but Uchiha Qiye wasn't in it. Like Madara, Obito hated Uchiha and cut the weeds up to the root. Before, it was because Qiye was always in the village, although Obito could also make a move. But it wasn't what he wanted to cause a riot. Advertisement. Now outside of Konoha village, the results are different. Allah, who are you? What are you doing here? Why should I tell you? What? Qiye yawned lazily, seeing Qiye's appearance, combined with the information Obito knew. There is only one reason why Uchiha Qiye was able to survive that night. He was not in the clan at the time. Obito doesn't want to know why either. He turned around and threw 2 shuriken at Qiye's throat at will. The operation of throwing the shuriken was done by Obito, and Qiye has learned a lot. Been underestimated. In Obito's eyes, Qiye is just a trash fish, and he can solve it with just 2 strokes. Click, click. Obito seemed to hear the sound of the mirror shattering. Turning his head and looking, the 2 shurikens had become shards of ice and fell to the ground at some point. On the other hand, Uchiha Qiye was suffocating with cold air, and white mist came out of his mouth. Obito felt the surrounding temperature drop instantly. Hey, who are you? What are you doing? You want to leave after throwing 2 shuriken? At this time, Obito finally became cautious. Uchiha Qiye. What's with the cold air emanating from it? As a member of the Uchiha clan, Obito naturally knows his own clan very well. What their family is best at is the use of Sharingan and fire-style ninjutsu. But this young man in front of him, even without Sharingan. The cold air emanating from the whole body is also the exact opposite of the scorching fire style that the Uchiha clan is good at. This made him wonder, is this guy really from the Uchiha family? Information from the village and from Black Zetsu confirms that Qiye is indeed the Uchiha family. Even Obito has read the genealogy of the Uchiha family. There is such a person as Uchiha Qiye. 17-year-old repeater, Uchiha Qiye, you are hiding deep enough. Hidden, that is impossible to hide. At the ninja school Qiye was a real dish. Otherwise, they would not have fled outside on the night of the genocide. Qiye clapped her hands. Tell me, who are you? Let me have fun, it's okay to spare your life. Obito didn't care at all, just judging from the previous round. This one called Uchiha Qiye is anything but simple. Fire style, the storm dances. The Kamui space of Obito's right eye begins to distort. The entire fire style also flew towards Qiye in a Uzumaki shape. Even using fire style, is this guy trying to solve the battle quickly? Naturally, Obito wanted to resolve the fight quickly. Once the stalemate persists, the ninjas in Konoha will soon find out. Ha! Ice time. When the Uzumaki fire pattern with a strong offensive was only a few steps away from Qiye, it stopped instantly. The entire spiral fire pattern was condensed into an ice sculpture. Not to mention, the shape is very beautiful, like a work of art. Obito's expression froze under the mask. Is this an ice escape? It actually froze the flames. No, even if it is frozen, it is not the ability of the Uchiha clan. Boom. A low screeching sound. Qiye's fist hit the ice sculpture directly. Click, click, click. The ice sculpture broke into pieces of ice in an instant and fell to the ground. Qiye thought to himself, Obito, you can't do fire style. Uchiha Obito looked at Qiye coldly and praised. It's a good ice escape, but the one who wins is destined to be me. As soon as he finished speaking, Obito's body began to twist like Uzumaki Madara and disappeared before Qiye's eyes. Chapter 11. Advertisement. As soon as he finished speaking, Obito's body began to twist like Uzumaki Madara and disappeared before Qiye's eyes. Kamui. Amazing skills, elusive. Sensing how difficult Qiye is, Uchiha Obito is about to use his true strength. Suddenly, the space behind Qiye began to distort. Obito's figure appeared silently behind Qiye, and the two were only 1 meter apart. Extending his right hand and putting it on Qiye's shoulder, Obito said confidently. It's over, Uchiha Qiye. This is his usual means of time-space transfer with Kamui. Then suddenly appear behind the enemy, as long as you touch it, it will be sucked into the different space by Obito. This trick, Obito tried and tested. Even a sentient ninja couldn't react. The moment the sensing ninja senses his chakra, the battle is over. One exception is 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato. In the Nine Tails incident that year, Obito's opponent was his teacher 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato. He uses Kamui to move space and time behind 4th Hokage. But what Obito didn't expect was that Namikaze Minato's reflexes were so powerful. Namikaze Minato also immediately picked up the kunai to fight back the moment he stretched out his hand. Fortunately, this teacher with the title of Yellow Flash does not understand his own abilities. Obito dodged 4th Hokage's attack with Kamui Hollow's ability and grabbed his arm. When Obito tried to suck 4th Hokage into space, he still underestimated the speed of the Yellow Flash. During the inhalation process, 4th Hokage used Flying Thunder God to escape. But this time, his opponent is not 4th Hokage. Neither does Uchiha Qiye Flying Thunder God. His victory was doomed the moment his hand touched Uchiha Qiye. The twisted space began to spin. Uchiha Qiye's body also became distorted following this space. Seeing that the entire body is about to enter a different dimension. Suddenly, the distorted space stopped, and layers of frost condensed. Obito looked shocked, and immediately stopped the absorption of the different space, and his figure swept backward. Just at that moment, he seemed to smell the smell of death. This feeling is stronger than when I was fighting my teacher 4th Hokage. The icy, biting breath emanating from Uchiha Qiye made him shiver all over. The expression under the mask became extremely solemn. Who is this guy? Clack clack. The twisted Uzumaki space was frozen into a wall of ice. This scene shocked Uchiha Obito. Because the space that had just been distorted was actually frozen and stopped. Boom. Uchiha Qiye punched the twisted wall. Wow. The twisted wall of ice fell down like broken mirrors. Call. Qiye let out a cold breath. Looking at Obito with interest. What's the matter, masked man? It's not absorbed. This man is no longer an ordinary kid. The level of danger felt from him is stronger than 4th Hokage. Why does Konoha still have such a person, and he is also a member of the Uchiha family? Even a person who doesn't have a Sharingan already has such terrifying strength. This is in stark contrast to what Obito had previously obtained. Advertisement. Is this a 10,000 years repeater? Is this the tail end of a crane? If not, believe in Black Zetsu. Obito thought that Black Zetsu combined the whole Konoha to deceive himself. He was thankful that he had just stopped absorbing the different dimension, and he stepped back quickly. Otherwise, your result will be like that wall, it will become broken ice. Obito knows a lot about his abilities. When you absorb others, you are also an entity. In other words, if you don't stop just now, you will be frozen into ice cubes. The air conditioning can even freeze the space, let alone a person. Seeing Uchiha Qiye's playful expression, Obito felt the slightest chill. This man is too dangerous. If neither fire style nor Kamui's spatiotemporal absorption work, it's pretty tricky. Uchiha Qiye was also a little surprised. The ability of this frozen fruit awakened is worlds apart from before. When the system prompts him that the space can be frozen. At first Qiye was a little skeptical. Doubt is doubt, and there is no way to verify it. At this time, Obito appeared. Space ninjutsu is Obito's specialty ninjutsu. Isn't this the experimental guinea pig who came to the door in person? Obito is a tool, Qiye has decided to use it. The result was not as Qiye expected, Obito's twisted dimension was frozen by him. You know, in the world of One Piece, Marine Admiral Aokiji with frozen fruit is no more than frozen volcanic eruptions and lava. It is impossible for Aokiji, who fought against Akainu for 10 days and 10 nights, to not wake up. If Admiral hasn't awakened the fruit's ability, then the potential is really heaven-defying. And now Qiye, even the space can freeze. That is to say, Qiye frozen fruit's ability is already above Aokiji's. There is another reason why Qiye is not afraid of Obito. Obito has Kamui's Hollow Bug ability. And he Uchiha Qiye also has his own bug ability. That is natural elementalization. There is no Haki in this world, and the elementalization is almost like Obito's Kamui, almost invincible. How does Kamui crack, except Kakashi's left eye Kamui? Fourth Hokage gives a good case. That is, the moment of grabbing the opponent's entity and giving a fatal blow. The same is true of natural elementalization. If you want to attack Qiye, you can only catch him when he is not elementalized or when he is released from elementalization. This is extremely difficult, both for Kamui and natural elementalization. That's why Qiye has such confidence. It can be said that the current Qiye can also walk sideways in the ninja world like Obito. At least it's okay to protect yourself. Seeing this terrifying ability, Obito has already developed deep doubts about the identity of Uchiha Qiye. Who are you? The Uchiha family doesn't have the ability like you. The frozen power just now has surpassed the boundary of blood and the existence of ice escape. Is it another kind of boundary of blood? Qiye smiled, non-committal. In a sense, elementalization can be regarded as a kind of bloodline limit. You can't be the Uchiha clan. The Uchiha clan have no such ability. Obito has already doubted himself. The bloodline limit of the Uchiha clan is the Sharingan. Even if the other's Sharingan awakened the ability to freeze, but from the beginning, the other's eyes were normal black pupils, and it never changed. Qiye spread his hands. I am me, the guy who implements the lazy and forbearing way. I'm still curious about who you are, wearing a mask to scare people. Obito held his orange mask in his right hand and adjusted it slightly. Hehe, Uchiha Qiye, interesting. Chapter 12. Advertisement. Obito held his orange mask in his right hand and adjusted it slightly. Hehe, Uchiha Qiye, interesting. Uchiha Obito is a person who understands current affairs, and he knew that he could not solve Qiye today after just a few rounds of fighting. Although Obito has yet to show his full strength, such as wood style, and some other forbidden techniques of the Uchiha family. But in terms of the danger he sensed from Qiye, it was impossible for this man to leave behind. The surrounding space gradually became empty, and Obito's figure disappeared in front of Qiye along with the distorted space. The distorted space slowly recovered, and Obito's deep voice came from inside. Uchiha Qiye, I believe we will meet again. Let's run now, don't you fight twice. After a brief fight with Obito, Qiye also has an accurate understanding of his own strength. Although Obito can't help Qiye, but as long as he wants to go. With Kamui's bug ability, at least the current Qiye can't stop it. Looking at the fully restored space, Qiye murmured. Uchiha Obito, I'm your long-lost big brother. Hearing his name, Obito's orange mask would be shocked. After all, he has been walking in the ninja world wearing the vest of Uchiha Madara for many years, and no one has ever called his real name. The name Uchiha Obito has completely disappeared since the Battle of Kanobi Bridge in the Third Ninja World War. My true identity is revealed, Obito will probably kill me. Although Qiye is not afraid, he has no reason to fight Obito in a life-and-death battle. Most people in Uchiha are mentally ill, and the more they are stimulated, the stronger their powers become. Qiye is not in this column, he will not be stimulated at all. Chongguan angered into a red face, and slaughtered the world for one person, this is Uchiha Obito. Qiye has a way to deal with Obito. 1. Is his true identity. 2. The only reverse scale in Obito's heart, Nohara Rin. Master these 2 points, Uchiha Obito is destined to be a tool man in front of Qiye. Today is Qiye's first day as a special genin. The place where Konoha receives the mission is still very simple, far from being as luxurious as in the biography of the blogger decades later. Decades later, the Konoha mission reception area is divided into A, B, C, D, and S floors. Now, except for secret missions, 3rd Hokage personally distributes them. No, Uchiha Qiye was in the mission reception room, and the person standing in front of him was 3rd Hokage. Teacher Iruka and some other people were waiting beside him. Sarutobi Hiruzen took a deep breath and said earnestly, Uchiha Qiye, congratulations on graduating from the ninja school and becoming a special genin. Listen to 3rd generation's tone. Qiye wondered if it was especially scary or really genin. After the Uchiha clan was destroyed, Uchiha Qiye, one of the only 2 Uchiha clan. 3rd Hokage naturally wants to soothe their emotions. Either Qiye or Sasuke. The will of fire poured out violently. Wherever the leaves are flying, the fire will never stop. Fortunately, Qiye came through, otherwise I would have believed it. Same with Sasuke, now he just wants revenge and just wants to kill Uchiha Itachi. What 3rd generation said, he is not a bird. Left ear goes in, right ear goes out. Only Naruto, little Sakura, and Teeth listened with gusto. Special genin also has a special forehead protector that does not need to wear wood leaves. On the surface, it is considered for genin. To put it bluntly, it is still special. Genin is not a ninja and is not qualified to wear a forehead protector. If a special genin wears the forehead protector, it's an insult to the ninja. For Konoha, it is also a shame. These Qiye understand. That Konoha forehead protector is so ugly, I don't want to give it away for nothing. Wearing it also hides his appearance. Advertisement. Ha. Long voice. Qiye yawned long and patted his mouth with his hand. Lord Hokage, can I go back to sleep? Hey. 3rd generation sighed. After the Uchiha incident, he learned about Uchiha Qiye from his former teacher. Also read Qiye's profile. I don't have any friends, and I just don't get enough sleep all day. When I was at the ninja school, I didn't see anything other than sleeping. If it weren't for the special status of the Uchiha clan, the physical skills would be pretty good. He's also not going to move out of the special genin position as a Hokage. Iruka on the side covered her cheek with her right hand, as if she didn't know Qiye. That is to say, who is this person? This is not my student, it has nothing to do with me, I don't know him. Qiye, there is a D-class task assigned to you now. D-class mission, what is it? Mother-in-law Piccolo's cat in the east of the village has been lost. Please look for it. This is a photo of the cat. Yi Chi glanced at it. It is a black cat with sharp eyes, and its size is relatively large among cats. There is also a small bell on his neck, which seems to be the type that often runs away from home. Reward. 500 taels. 500 taels, according to the living conditions of an ordinary villager, is enough for him for a week. Iruka on the side cast an adoring look at Sarutobi Hiruzen. Master Hokage is really great, because he was afraid that Qiye would have no financial resources by himself, so he deliberately chose a task to assign to him. Iruka thinks too much, most of the D-class missions are like this. Third generation just wanted to strengthen Yi Chi's sense of identity and belonging to the village, that's all. Qiye, thank you Lord Hokage soon. Oh, Lord Third Generation, I've accepted this mission. Qiye left after speaking. Iruka shook his head helplessly. This guy Qiye doesn't know how to respect elders at all. Ha ha ha. Third Hokage squinted and laughed out loud. Iruka, don't blame Qiye, after all, he just graduated from ninja school, so he still needs some time to get used to it. After a while, Qiye found the black cat. Taking the reward, he went home and fell asleep. After waking up, open black lens bracket ding, congratulations to host for completing a good night's sleep, acquiring fire style, great fireball technique, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket fire style, impatience technique, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket fire style, dragon fire technique, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket fire style, the fire is extinguished, close black lens bracket. ... Fire style, has this thing ever burned anyone? After sleeping for one night, Qiye learned a variety of fire style ninjutsu. Also, as a Uchiha tribe, not a bit of fire style ninjutsu, that's really unreasonable. These days, Qiye is either doing D-class missions or sleeping. Helped an old grandmother to cross the road today, pay, 300 taels. Help the villagers in the back mountain to weed, the reward, 1,000 taels. Help construction workers build bridges, remuneration, 2,500 taels. ... Just like that, a month has passed. Open black lens bracket ding, congratulations to host for having a sweet dream while sleeping, you can choose one of the following 2 rewards. Close black lens bracket. Holy crap, is the selection mode coming? Chapter 13. Advertisement. Ding, congratulations to host for having a sweet dream while sleeping, you can choose either of the following 2 rewards. Close black lens bracket. 2 awards. Sure enough, this sleep was not in vain. 1. Illusion. 2. Sealing technique. Open black lens bracket host can be the same. Close black lens bracket. Illusion and sealing have their own merits. But Qiye, as a member of the Uchiha family, who has Sharingan, still needs to learn illusion. It's not necessary. Sealing technique. Qiye pondered for a while, almost without thinking. Open black lens bracket ding. Congrats on host acquisition. Close black lens bracket. The ghouls are sealed. Open black lens bracket resolving evil dharma seal close black lens bracket. All of a sudden, the detailed information of the 2 great seal techniques formed in Qiye's mind. Dead ghouls sealed. Who would use such a perishing technique? It doesn't make much difference whether there is a reward or not. Qiye pouted. Being a special genin has been around for some time now, given Qiye's excellent performance in D-class missions. Iruka is also full of praise for Qiye's active role in the D-class mission. A special mission awaits him today. Qiye packed everything up and went to the Hokage building. In the Hokage building, Third Hokage looked at a series of documents. Smoke lingers. Iruka stood silently by the side. He could only hear the sound of Third Hokage turning over documents and rubbing pages. Qiye walked in. Lord Hokage, you said that there is a special mission that will benefit my future development. What is it? Third generation laughed. Qiye, you did well in the D-level mission. I'm going to send you an instructor to guide you alone. One-on-one guidance, this is a treatment that Konoha has never had before. Qiye immediately refused. With his current strength, does he still need an instructor? No need at all, now a person is much more relaxed and free. Having an instructor is a constraint and a burden. Lord Third Generation, I'm a special genin, why do I need any instructors? You're bothering me. Qiye, Lord Hokage, this is for your consideration. With your instructor, you may be promoted to Chunin or even Jonin in the future, and you can also become a force in the village. Why is my student so ignorant? Iruka on the side is also helpless. Iruka has a lot of respect for Third Generation and has been licking dogs. What? Qiye yawned in disbelief. If staying in Konoha makes Qiye feel a little uncomfortable. With his current strength, he can completely defect and leave the village. Who wants to be a Chunin, or even a Jonin? Third Generation frowned slightly. Arranging a mentor Jonin for Uchiha Qiye is on the one hand really to improve Qiye's own abilities. Advertisement. Secondly, it can also play a certain role in monitoring Qiye, who is a Uchiha clan. Another Uchiha tribe, Uchiha Sasuke, is still at the ninja school, supervised by teachers like Iruka. Although Qiye did not show the talent of the Uchiha clan, there was a guide Jonin to follow, and there was no harm. Third Hokage thought it through. A moment of silence. Qiye's eyes lit up, suddenly as if thinking of something. Lord Third Generation, yes, I accept it. Hearing this, Iruka's mouth twitched slightly. It looked as if he and Third Generation were begging Qiye to agree. Suddenly, there was a snap. The glass behind Third Hokage shattered. Third Hokage was unmoved, and smiled with his chin crossed with his hands. Here it is. A figure in a gray coat fell beside Qiye. The figure instantly hooked Qiye's head with his right arm. Qiye bent down immediately, and his cheeks were squeezed bloated. But that soft feeling is very comfortable. A bold female voice followed. What, Lord Third Generation, the disciple you asked me to guide turned out to be a handsome guy. The figure's right hand shook Qiye's head vigorously. Qiye's cheeks rubbed against the soft mass a few times. His mouth was already squeezed. Who is this guy? This is the familiar figure of Qiye. Glancing sideways. His cheeks were pressed against the black fishnet stockings, and his vision was blocked. Black fishnet clothes and fishnet pants look very sexy. Seeing this scene, Third Hokage blushed. Anko, are you too messy? Sarutobi here is an LSP, he wished that the person who was hooked by Anko was himself. Iruka, who was beside him, was blushing and steaming. After all, both of them were defeated by Naruto's seduction technique. Only then did the figure let go of Qiye's head, and embarrassedly touched the back of his head. I'm sorry, Third Generation Sama, it's the first time I'm coaching Genin, I'm so excited. That's right, the instructor Jonin sent to Qiye by Third Hokage is Mitarashi Anko. The future Chunin exam, the proctor of the Death Forest. The current Mitarashi Anko is about the same age as Qiye. Also only a year or two older. The figure is good, the most important thing is to wear fishnet socks. Can outline that graceful figure. Anko is a carefree, outspoken and informal person. Otherwise, they wouldn't have given Qiye such a big gift as soon as they met. Cough cough. Third Generation coughed a few times. Anko, you still have to pay for the glass. Ha, ha ha, I see, Lord Third Generation. The instructor was actually Anko, and Qiye was also surprised. Chapter 14. Advertisement. Instructor, it's Mitarashi Anko. It's that ninja with a bold personality, a hot body, and a very sassy ninja. Special Jonin, Mitarashi Anko. Okay, Anko, I will give you the full authority to guide Qiye in the future. Qiye will not accept missions here after that. All tasks and training methods are left to Anko. I see, Lord Third Generation. Anko smiled and winked at Qiye. Just like that, Qiye followed Anko out of the Hokage building. Outside Konoha village, in the woods. Bah, not here. In the exercise field, Anko looked at his first disciple with interest. Uchiha Qiye. He has also heard of this name since the Uchiha clan incident. 10,000 years repeater. It can be said that there is no ninja talent. Ninja is a member of the Uchiha clan, and Third Hokage has granted him special permission to graduate. Also given the title of a special genin. This is something the village has never seen before. Special Jonin directs special genin, which makes sense. Hey, little brother, you will call me Anko-sensei from now on. Anko is a child's mentality. Feng Shui turns, she used to be a student. Now Anko can finally have a teacher addiction. What little brother, I'm the big brother, okay. Hear what Qiye said. Ha ha. Anko looked up to the sky and laughed, and the whole person leaned back a little. The black fishnet stockings on his chest swayed several times from time to time. Student Qiye, you are so interesting. I didn't expect my first disciple to be so interesting. Teacher Anko, what are you bringing me here, what are you doing? You won't be greedy for my masculinity, what do you want to do to me? Anko chuckled lightly. Qiye, do you Uchiha family have such big brain circuits? Yes, today, you Anko teacher, I am going to do something to you here today. Uchiha Qiye was stunned. Mitarashi Anko studied under Orochimaru, so maybe there is something in it. Wow. Anko took off his gray trench coat and was covered in black fishnet socks. Concave and convex, the graceful figure is unobstructed. If Third Hokage and Jiraiya were here, they would have had a nosebleed. I saw Mitarashi Anko put his hands on his waist and laughed heartily. Little Qiye, today we are following the tradition of Konoha, and it is also my test for you, teacher. Clang clang. Anko took out a small bell from his arms. Just grab the bell. It is indeed the tradition of Konoha to grab the bell. Started with Third Hokage having Jiraiya and them grab the bell. Advertisement. Go to Namikaze Minato and let Kakashi and the others grab it, and then go to Kakashi and let Naruto Sasuke grab it. It continued like that, but this time is a little different. In the past, it was a team of 3, but now it's Qiye alone. Student Qiye, if you can steal the bell from me before dusk, you will pass my test and you will be rewarded. With all your strength, you won't be able to grab it without the determination to kill me. What if it doesn't pass? Qiye asked back. Don't pass. Anko smiled. Boom. The fist of his left hand touched his right palm, as if he had come up with a good idea. If you don't pass, then you will pay for my glutinous rice balls and Anko sand. Glutinous rice balls Anko sand. You can save some snacks. Do you know what your body will look like in a few decades? Qiye knows that Anko likes sweets, especially meatballs and Anko soup. It is because of this that I became a fat woman after eating in the blogger biography. Where is the current figure? Qiye thought to himself. It's impossible to cheat on my money. If he loses, he will never lose. Uchiha Qiye is not a tyrant either, he only needs a little money to perform D-level tasks, although he is not interested in money. Qiye frowned. What to do? Do you want to drop it? What should I do if I can't hold back my strength and hurt Mr. Anko? Anko looked at Qiye's distressed look and thought that Qiye was worried that he would be tricked. He patted Qiye's back enthusiastically and comforted. Little Qiye, don't worry, the teacher won't drain your savings, so go ahead with confidence. She has checked the profile of Uchiha Qiye, and the physical skills are outstanding. The basic ninjutsu of three-body technique is also a master. I have no talent in ninjutsu and illusion. Qiye smiled bitterly in his heart. If I go in with confidence, Mr. Anko, you will be gone. Seeing that Qiye's face returned to calm, Anko stepped back a few meters and gave an order. Guide the assessment, start now. Seeing Qiye standing there motionless, Anko kindly reminded him. Student Qiye, you can hide in the woods, remember to hide your information, the teacher will come to you. Uchiha Qiye didn't talk nonsense and ran into the woods in a few hurry. Anko is just a special Jonin, and his strength is still a lot worse than that of elite Jonins like Kakashi and Guy. For a ninja of this level, Qiye can kill him in seconds. Qiye, who was hiding deep in the forest, showed a warm smile. Mr. Anko, if you want to play, then I'll play with you. I slept by myself for so many days, even without the power of frozen fruit. Against a special Jonin, Qiye can still take it easily. In the forest under the setting sun, Anko wandered around, glancing from time to time. He stuck out his tongue and licked his lips. He murmured, Student Qiye, your way of hiding your breath is not that good. Chapter 15. Advertisement. Anko smiled lightly and murmured, Student Qiye, your way of hiding your breath is not very good. On the other side, Third Hokage, Danzo, Homura, Kaharu, the big guys had another meeting. But this time, besides them, there were also some clan representatives and some elite Jonin. Such as Nara Shikaku of the Nara family, Aburame Jawei of the Aburame family, Akamaiki Dingza of the Akamaiki clan, etc. Jonin is represented by Hitaki Kakashi, the son of third-generation Sarutobi Asuma. Why not me guy might guy? I kicked 6 paths Madara, is the man who nearly kicked the finale disqualified. No, don't get me wrong. Rare beasts like Guy would not participate in this kind of meeting, and if they did, they belong to the part that disrupted the meeting. Third Hokage gave Guy a quest and paid him off. Otherwise, Guy's application to join ANBU in third generation was rejected when he wanted to unravel Kakashi's knot. That's because too enthusiastic, too hot-blooded minds are not suitable for ANBU. Kakashi. Sir third generation, several months have passed since the Uchiha incident, and the village has basically returned to its previous stability. Third generation smiled gratified, this was the result he wanted. When the news of the destruction of the Uchiha clan spread throughout the ninja world. There are many shinobi villages who want to attack Konoha while the iron is hot, and profit from it. The Uchiha clan is a very powerful force. Decades ago, their leader Uchiha Madara competed with Senju Hashirama, the god of ninjas. Konoha, who has lost this power, seems to have lost his right and left arm, and his form is in jeopardy. Some small ninja villages wanted to take advantage of this to attack Konoha, but none of them dared to come forward. Teaming up and distrusting each other, this is the end. Because together there is a high chance of betrayal. Betrayal can happen at any time if the spoils are unevenly distributed after the fruits of victory are obtained. This is also the cruelty of the ninja world. These little ninja villages don't understand Konoha's strength. Like Sunagakur, Kurigakure, Iwagakure, Cloud Shinobi Village, the ninjas of the four kingdoms of wind, fire, thunder and earth often fight against Konoha in the ninja war. They know the strength of Konoha village. Having lost the fighting power of the Uchiha clan, Konoha just fell from the position of the largest village in the ninja world. Its strength is not comparable to some small ninja villages. If you want to annex it, you must join forces with other ninja villages, but also with the Great Ninja Village, which is also one of the 5 great nations. Otherwise, the result is only 1,000 damage to the enemy and 800 to oneself. After the Third Ninja War, Konoha and Sand Shinobi concluded an alliance treaty. Sand Shinobi didn't want to go into this muddy water. Together, there is a high probability of betrayal. So when they heard that Konoha's Uchiha clan had been wiped out, the other great powers were shocked and at the same time they just gloated and didn't take any substantive action. The era of mutual understanding between people will eventually come, this is just Jiraiya's ideal world. It is impossible to exist in the real ninja world. Because people are selfish. Iruka also submitted his own report. Lord Hokage, Uchiha Sasuke's performance at ninja school is as usual and everything is back on track. Uchiha Sasuke, the only brother Itachi has left. Hearing the name Uchiha Sasuke, Danzo said softly beside him. As for another Uchiha clan, Uchiha Qiye. The performance was mediocre, with Mitarashi Anko as his instructor. Third Hokage is reassuring. Danzo cared about Qiye at first, but he was only obsessed with the name Uchiha. A Uchiha who has no Sharingan and no ninja talent is not worthy of his attention. After several months of precipitation, the matter of the Uchiha family finally passed. There was a moment of silence in the meeting. Sarutobi Hiruzen, as the head of Konoha's Hokage, started planning for the future of the village. Everyone, now is a time of peace, and cultivating new forces in the village is the top priority, starting with the ninja school. Advertisement. Third Hokage has issued a new rule that graduating from this class of ninja school must be at least 12 years old. This completely breaks the previous policy. The previous policy was that as long as you passed the ninja school test, you could graduate and be promoted. For example, Kakashi, who graduated from ninja school at the age of 5, is known as a genius. He became a chunin at the age of 6, when there was no age limit at all. And Weasel. Enrollment at the age of 6 and graduation at the age of 7. Both are geniuses, like some ordinary ones. Red Yuhi graduated from the ninja school at the age of 9. Sarutobi Asuma also graduated from ninja school at the age of 9. Mitarashi Anko graduated at the age of 10. It was a period of turmoil before, and it can be used as soon as you graduate. It's like Guy and Kakashi who also participated in the Third Ninja War. To protect and nurture these powers, third generation has extended the age to 12. Also because of this, Naruto, Sasuke and the others have to wait until the age of 12 to complete the graduation test before they can successfully graduate and become genin. Of course, this policy is not absolute. Special abilities can be treated specially. Obviously, Danzo disagrees with third generation's policy. He thinks this is clearly a waste of ninja's talent, and ninja's time is precious. Danzo still agrees with the previous practice. As long as you pass the exam, you can graduate regardless of age. Become a new force among Konoha shinobi followers. But a good man can't stand the crowd. Danzo's reputation is not good in the eyes of other ninjas in Konoha, and most of them are on the side of third Hokage. Therefore, this policy of third generation has been approved by most of them. Different periods should be treated differently, which is necessary for the cultivation of Konoha's new strength. This policy of third generation is not unsightly. While winning the hearts and minds of the people, it also severely dampened Danzo's spirit. Those elite ninjas and clan members naturally agree with this policy. No one wants to let their children go to battle early. In the wild, in the secret base of the root. Bang. A low crashing sound spread through the dark secret room. Danzo's fist slammed hard against the wall. Hiruzen, you're still so naive. Kindness will bring disaster to Konoha. In Danzo's view, third generation's policy is completely unnecessary. Itachi graduated at the age of 7, joined ANBU at the age of 11, and was promoted to the ANBU sub-commander at the age of 13. This is an excellent ninja. Hehe, that old man from third generation is just trying to consolidate his regime and win over people's hearts. A charming magnetic voice came from the dark corner. A figure slowly emerged from the ground, with long black hair and a 45-degree smile at the corners of his mouth. The snow-white cheeks revealed a secret eyeshadow to the nose, blue hook jade earring swaying in the dark. Orochimaru, it's you, humph. Danzo chuckled, and after decades of friendship with third Hokage, no one knew third generation better than him. This is indeed in the style of third generation. How is Orochimaru, first generation cell research? Chapter 16. Advertisement. How is Orochimaru, first generation cell research? This is what Danzo is most interested in right now. With the power of the first generation cell Hashirama, plus the Sharingan he has. The strongest tailed beast in the ninja world, Nine Tails is not yet in his bag. At that time, no one dared to oppose him. Orochimaru stretched out his dark purple tongue to his neck and licked his lips from the bottom up. Tisk tisk, Hashirama cells have been developed to the final stage, and you will be able to use them soon. Orochimaru defected to Konoha, and still has a partnership with Danzo in private. Both have common goals and common interests. And Danzo has prepared research equipment for Orochimaru in his secret base. Orochimaru's scientific ability, the entire ninja world Danzo can't find the second. For Orochimaru, he is very trusting. Back then, he recommended Orochimaru as Hokage to the daimyo of the Land of Fire. But it was still one move short of chess, and Namikaze Minato, who was recommended by third generation, cut his beard. Anko in the forest is still looking for Qiye's trail. It has to be said that Uchiha Qiye and Anko saw the same information on the profile. This way of hiding one's breath cannot be called a ninja at all. This method cannot be unfamiliar anymore. It's the level of a ninja school student. The old man from Aruka and third generation said that this guy's physical skills are not bad and can be explored, so I'll take a look at your physical skills first. Anko fiddled with the forehead protector and the tips of his hair. Take a handful of kunai from the ninja bag and throw it directly on the tree trunk at 45 degrees to the left. Qiye, the teacher will teach you a trick first, one of the ninja tactics, physical skills. The kunai flew towards Qiye as if it had cut through the air current. Qiye fell down and hung upside down on the tree trunk. Has the use of chakra reached this point? It seems that it is not as bad as the data says. Kunai stroked the tip of Kia's hair, and a strand of hair fell down. It's not easy to pretend to be a good cook. Allah, Mr. Anko, you are so slow, I have slept all night. This kid, he is still in the mood to sleep, he is indeed my disciple. A handful of kunai rotated 360 degrees in his hand, Anko clenched the kunai and rushed towards Qiye. Teacher Anko, you just taught me taijutsu, isn't that a direct attack by ninjas, what the hell is a weapon? The galloping Anko laughed. You idiot, you can't be so antique as my disciple. The aggressiveness of weapons and fists, which one do you think is bigger? It turns out that it is, then I understand. Kia's mouth also showed an inexplicable smile. He just asked this on purpose. When Kakashi asked Naruto to grab the bell, Naruto said that taiju is a direct attack without weapons. As a traveler, Kie has also seen the classic battle between Xiaoli and Gaara. At that time, Xiaoli also used kunai to split Gaara's sand. Since the speed of Xiaoli after opening the door is extraordinary, he can punch to the flesh. Isn't it easier to use kunai directly, and then paste a few detonating symbols? It will definitely explode. Like when Naruto and Gaara were fighting. A kunai detonator, 1,000 years of death, is absolutely sour. Gaara was hurt by this trick. This also shows that Naruto's IQ in battle is definitely not low. Otherwise, there will be no such classic battles. Of course, all of this can be understood as the need for the plot, and Kie will become a living gangster after entanglement. Everything has to be hit twice. In a few breaths, Anko has come to Kie's tree. Mei glanced at Kie. Advertisement. I saw Kie swept back, and there was a strange mark in his hand. That's the tiger seal, could it be? Fire style, great fireball technique. Kie took a deep breath, and a raging fire spewed out of his mouth, flying directly to Anko under the tree. The surrounding temperature instantly heightened. The fire style ninjutsu that the Uchiha clan is best at, I didn't expect this guy to know it already, boy, because he hides it deep enough. Suddenly, the big tree in front of Anko's eyes flashed several times. I saw that this big tree was covered with densely packed detonating charms. This is an ambush arranged by Kie in advance. A detonating symbol of a big tree, coupled with the joint attack of this flame. Such power should not be underestimated, even elite Jonin should avoid its edge. Anko was shocked when he saw this scene. Just the means Kie showed just now is already a proper genin level. That information is outrageous. What a crane tail, a 10,000 years repeater, who only knows sleep. This disciple of my own is obviously very capable of doing things. The mind seems to be stronger than her teacher. Know how to set traps and introduce enemies into them. It is also possible to combine fire style with detonators. This is not a ninja. What is a ninja? Oops. The flame was only a stone's throw away from the detonating talisman tree. It exploded at close range, and the power was even more extraordinary. Anko, who was beside the big tree, could only avoid its edge. Chakra hits both feet and leaps back. Almost at the same time, there was a bang. The explosion followed. The sea of fire and the shock wave of the explosion scattered everywhere. Shulker snake hands. Anko released several snakes in his hand to surround himself, forming a wall. In the end, a ball was directly formed and Anko was wrapped in it and rolled back. The shock wave of the explosion spread for tens of meters. Many large trees collapsed. In the green forest there was a darkening, and there was a scorched in the air. To be precise, the wood-burnt flavor and the snake flavor are mixed together. Look at the ruins. Kie on the tree in the distance said softly, Teacher Anko, you won't just fall down like this, I haven't even done anything yet. A black figure fell a dozen meters away from the ruins, and it was Teacher Anko. A little bit of snake skin came off around. Anko's black fishnet stockings were slightly scratched, and his fair skin was looming. It's just that his face and body were stained with some dust, and he looked a little embarrassed, but he was not injured. Careless. This time it was indeed Anko's carelessness. The difference between Kia's strength and the description in the data is too great, otherwise Anko would not be so embarrassed. Patting the dust on his body, Anko glared in Kia's direction. He directly exposed his heart and shouted loudly, Kie, you kid, are you trying to kill Teacher me? Uchiha Qiye directly spread his hands, looking innocent. Teacher Anko, didn't you say that you won't be able to grab the bell if you don't have the determination to kill you? Anko was left speechless, she did say so. Not to be embarrassed in front of his disciples, Anko posed for a big fight. Little Kie, teacher, I'll teach you another trick. The second best way to fight a ninja is ninjutsu. After speaking, Anko slapped the ground with a complex imprint. Summoning technique. Chapter 17. Advertisement. Anko's hands were intricately marked, and with a snap, he slapped the ground. Summoning technique. The white smoke dissipated, and a gray python appeared under Anko's feet. The giant snake vomits a letter, and the vertical line snake pupil makes people look chilling. As expected from Orochimaru, he is a good snake. By the way, Anko even used the summoning technique to get back in front of Kie. To be so truthful, little Kie, you have to believe it, teacher, I'm going to have S***X. The two levels are reversed, as if Anko became a student to grab Kie's bell. Anko, who has a lot of fun, as long as he enters the state, other things are left behind. Swish. The friction between the python and the ground, dead branches and tree trunks sizzled. The giant python opened its bloody mouth and lunged directly at Uchiha Qiye. Fire style, dragon fire technique. A giant flame rushed towards the galloping snake. It's fire style again, it doesn't work anymore, little Qiye. Facing the blazing high temperature flames galloping, Anko did not dodge or evade. Stepping on the big snake, he faced it directly. Before Anko underestimated Kia's strength. Now, it's different. Boom. The huge body of the serpent was surrounded by raging flames. A raging force swept through the forest. Even a summoning beast can't stand the scorching heat. The big snake is bitter, but fortunately it is not the kind of summoning beast that can talk. Anko called it out as a living target. With a bang, the big snake that was engulfed in flames turned into a cloud of white smoke. Head Iron, this is the end of Head Iron. Qiye stood there silently watching the white smoke dissipate, and did not see Anko. A smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Master Anko, is it your turn to hide this time? Indeed, Anko just had to hide for a few minutes and wait for the sun to go down. If Qiye can't grab the bell, he loses. In the future, the dessert Anko soup can justifiably be contracted by my disciple. Suddenly, Qiye only felt a chill behind his back. A bitter blade was already on his neck. A joking voice followed. Qiye, you lost. Anko's figure quietly emerged from the tree trunk behind Qiye. In particular, Jonan's way of hiding his breath is really in place. Ha ha ha, Anko lol, my future desserts can finally be free of charge. Where did Anko come to train disciples? She clearly wanted to find a disciple to pit her. However, in front of her was the man, Uchiha Qiye. All this was expected by Qiye. He had already sensed Anko's presence. Qiye smiled lightly. Teacher Anko, you better hurry up and give the reward. Anko. Huh. In an instant, the pupils in Anko's beautiful eyes suddenly dilated, only to feel a chill all over his body. The whole person felt inexplicably uneasy. This kid, he has already been won by me, so he is still so confident. Bang. The hijacked Qiye turned into a cloud of white smoke. A whole person becomes a steak. Anko looked shocked. This is body replacement technique. Body replacement technique can be said to be the almighty ninjutsu in Hokage, even if it is the next day's hand power. In a sense, it is a body replacement technique. When I thought the enemy was defeated, it banged and became a wooden stake. Another inversion. Advertisement. 2 of the 3 body techniques are 2 major bugs: body replacement technique, clone technique. As Madara and Hashirama fought, when Madara thought she was winning, she suddenly discovered that what she had just defeated was a wood-style clone. And the real Hashirama stabbed his heart in the back. This is the case with Anko now. When she found out that the Qiye she hijacked was just a wooden stake, her face changed greatly. He leaned forward slightly, but just as he was about to leave, he found a cold light on Kuu's neck. Turning his head, Qiye was looking at him with a smile. Jingle clang clang. The bell around his waist appeared in Qiye's hands at some point. Unlike Qiye, she is not a clone now, and she does not use any body replacement technique. Call. Anko let out a long sigh of relief. Oh, I didn't expect that I would lose. She has nothing to worry about. If she loses, she loses. Whoever stipulates that the teacher can't lose to the student, Anko doesn't care. Since Anko's back is facing Qiye, his body is still slightly forward. Posing a delightful pose. In addition to taking off the gray coat, the whole body is covered with black fishnet socks. Clap. Qiye patted Anko's back subconsciously. Anko subconsciously uttered Good boy, how dare you tease me, teacher. Anko didn't care so much, and patted Qiye's head directly. By the way, he clamped Qiye's neck with his armpit. Just like meeting for the first time. Qiye's cheeks were pressed against Anko's fishnet tights. The whole face was almost squeezed out of shape. Immediately begged for mercy. Ms. Anko, you're so tight, I'm almost out of breath. Humph, this time you know how powerful the teacher is. It's like a buddy fight. Of course, someone else would definitely envy Qiye very much. Anko let go. Let's go, you passed this test, and as a reward teacher, I'll treat you to my favorite meatballs. Sure enough, Qiye guessed this. Anko doesn't do anything but like this. At sunset, the two walked side by side in the forest. Qiye, you are very talented as a ninja. You are very different from what Lord Hokage said, and the information is also unreliable. The test just now Anko was just a simple test, although it didn't use full force. But in terms of results, losing is losing. I have a thick and thin haircut, and I was not so good before. Qiye said half-truths. Ha ha. Anko patted Qiye on the shoulder again. You be asterisk 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 D, surprised me, you deserve to be my disciple. While walking, Anko only felt a sharp pain in his neck. The pain was as if pulling his body, and it was extremely painful. A snap. Anko was in pain until he knelt on the ground, his face pale and cold sweat broke out. Cover your neck with your hands while biting your lip. Oops, just used chakra too much, and the spell strikes again. Mr. Anko, are you alright? The sudden pain shocked Qiye beside him. He glanced at the place where Anko's hand was touching, and knew it all in an instant. The black curse mark of the 3-hook jade. It was the spell of the sky that Orochimaru cast on Anko before escaping from Konoha, and it must have been a side effect of the battle just after. This day's spell is not simple, it is the product of Orochimaru's research on Shigego's body and the infusion of the magical chakra. This is equivalent to the will to separate from the body of Orochimaru. It seems necessary to talk to this scientist. Advertisement Chapter 18. Advertisement. Orochimaru's celestial spell is equivalent to the will to separate from Orochimaru's body. In a way, Orochimaru will not die as long as the spell of the sky is imprinted. Of course, the mantra of the day is not meant to be planted. Orochimaru has experimented countless times, and no one's body can withstand the curse of the sky. Before leaving Konoha, he also put the spell of the sky on Anko with the attitude of giving it a try. What Orochimaru didn't expect was that his disciple actually survived, which was a bit interesting. Over the years, only Anko and later Sasuke have endured the side effects of the celestial seal. Even as strong as Kimimaro, what Orochimaru casts on him is only the seal of the earth. Not to mention the Yin group of 4, they are just ordinary curse marks. What? Anko let out a hysterical cry, and actually fainted in pain and fell to the ground. Qiye looked at the black 3-hooked jade incantation on Anko's neck. This is one of Orochimaru's few remaining backers. The will of Orochimaru is covered in it and can perceive everything outside. It is as if Sasuke used the magic seal to resurrect Orochimaru from the magic seal of the sky during the Fourth War. Sasuke doesn't need to say more, Orochimaru sees everything outside from Anko's body. Tisk tisk. Qiye secretly marveled. He didn't want to have a third person with Anko in the future. A pair of invisible eyes staring at himself is unpleasant. Unraveling evil Dharma seals. By the way, Qiye thought that the sealing technique he had learned also had this trick. Orochimaru, I'll talk to you directly. Because of his own relationship, Qiye does not need to use Kabuto's body as a medium to perform the magic seal like Sasuke. Thinking of this, Qiye opened up a complicated handprint. Place the right hand on Anko's neck to release the evil seal. Call. A gloomy atmosphere followed. A white snake opened its mouth and stretched out from the curse mark. With his mouth open, full of snake gland saliva, Orochimaru's body slowly crawled out of the snake's mouth. The air was filled with the nauseating smell of snakes. Orochimaru, who was dressed like a snake, stretched out his long tongue and licked his lips. Looking at Qiye with interest. Qiye-kun, you are really curious. You can actually know the reverse seal of the unraveling Dharma seal. I didn't expect you to free me from the curse seal. Living in Anko's body for a long time, what Anko knew about Qiye also knew Orochimaru. The battle between Qiye and Anko just now Orochimaru is also watching. Disgusting looking is Uncle Snake. The charming and beautiful is Aunt Snake. Seeing Orochimaru like this, Qiye smiled. Orochimaru, long time no see. Haven't seen you for a long time. Orochimaru wondered, this was clearly their first time meeting. When the ordinary genin saw him, he would have been frightened by his aura, his legs would go weak, and his serious consciousness would be confused. Like when Sasuke met Orochimaru for the first time. The man in front of him was calm and composed, and he was able to chat and laugh with him. Orochimaru has not seen such a young man for a long time. Qiye-kun, as a member of the Uchiha family, do you know if your Sharingan has opened his eyes? This is the only curious place in Orochimaru. Right now, he is interested in the young bodies of the Uchiha family and the Sharingan. Before, he was a member of Akatsuki. He was surprised when he heard that Itachi slaughtered the entire clan, it all happened so suddenly. Advertisement. And seeing Itachi again in Akatsuki shocked him even more. At this time, Orochimaru felt that his chance had come. His goal was Itachi's youthful body and perfect pupil power. But what he didn't expect was that he was in front of that man, in front of the pair of Sharingans. There was nothing he could do, and he fell to the point of being slaughtered by others. Helpless, I can only leave the Shao organization and find another way. When he knew that there were 2 people in the Uchiha clan still alive, he knew that his dream was not shattered. Like everyone else, I learned that Uchiha Qiye's qualifications were mediocre, and he didn't even open Sharingan. Orochimaru focused on Uchiha Sasuke. Uchiha Sasuke, a young body. Such a thin body is afraid that he can't bear the curse of his heaven. If it is forcibly implanted, in case something happens to Sasuke. Then his only hope of Uchiha's only seedlings is gone, so Orochimaru can only wait for Sasuke to grow up. Perhaps Sasuke was Uchiha Itachi's younger brother, after Orochimaru thought he got his body. Sharingan's strength is enough to match or even surpass Itachi. But today, he found that things were not as simple as he thought. Another Uchiha tribe, Uchiha Qiye standing in front of him, made him elusive. Seeing Orochimaru's curious eyes, Qiye also smiled. I am Sharingan, have you turned it on, do you want to try it? Orochimaru's eyes narrowed, and the vertical line snake pupil in the purple eyeshadow stared at Qiye. Hee, funny kid, a junior, so arrogant in front of him. Besides Uchiha Itachi, Qiye is second. Orochimaru is also the genius of Konoha, the legendary Sannin. Of course he has his own arrogance. How can you endure being provoked by a kid? Impossible. Everyone with the surname Uchiha is Itachi. Besides, he had long wanted to try Uchiha Qiye's power. Orochimaru stuck out his tongue and took out the Kusanagi sword from his mouth. Qiye-kun, if you enable Sharingan, then the power belongs to me. Suddenly, Orochimaru's serpentine pupils shrank as he looked at Qiye. Bodybuilding. This is the technique that Orochimaru Chunin used on Sasuke little Sakura during the exam. It exudes its powerful aura to deter the enemy, restraining the opponent like an invisible tightrope. It's not over yet, Orochimaru immediately unleashes the shulker snake hand. Several large snakes opened their fangs and opened their mouths to pounce on Qiye. Qiye-kun, just be swallowed by my swarm of snakes. Orochimaru had just seen his disciple Anko lose to Qiye, but it wasn't enough to frighten him. What he longed for was the power that truly made him fear. A power as powerful as Itachi Sharingan. Seeing the group of snakes pounce on Qiye, Orochimaru's playful smile suddenly subsided. The pale complexion was cloudy. Snakes are extremely sensitive to temperature. Just when he cast the shulker snake hand, he felt that the surrounding temperature seemed to drop to freezing point. A piercing chill enveloped him. And the source of the icy chill he felt was that Uchiha Qiye. The group of snakes that were originally rushing towards Qiye scurried about without any order. Even Orochimaru can't control himself. Have these ferocious snakes been so afraid of this icy chill? With a condensed heart, Orochimaru Hao-Ran found that the scattered snakes had turned into ice snakes. Chapter 19. Advertisement. Orochimaru frowned slightly, and Hao-Ran noticed that the scattered snakes had turned into ice snakes. The group of ice snakes stood still in the air like ice sculptures. What is this ability? Take Orochimaru's knowledge of Uchiha. What this family is best at is the fire-style series of ninjutsu and their Sharingan. Could it be that the chill just now is the boundary of blood formed by the combination of wind style and water style, ice escape? If you think about it carefully, it is even more wrong. This is not the bloodline limit that the Uchiha clan should have. According to Orochimaru's knowledge, the constitution of each clan is unique. It is impossible to change the bloodline limit, and it is impossible to have multiple bloodline limits. In the entire ninja world, there is only one ninja known to Orochimaru who has many kinds of blood rank limits. Terumi may have missed Shinobi. When he watched Qiye fight Anko just now, he had never used such an ability. Is this guy really Uchiha? Orochimaru had deep doubts about it. Just frozen, Orochimaru was trained by Dr. Ninja 3rd Hokage. There is no escapism that he cannot do. Fire style, fire dragon, fire bullet. Call. Orochimaru spits out 3 fire dragons from its mouth, and the temperature of the flames can instantly evaporate the water in the pond. The surging flames covered the ice snake in an instant. Melting the mere ice is not a problem. Orochimaru smiled confidently. Little devil, let you see the strength of Sannin. The flame not only wrapped the ice snake in it, but also swooped along Qiye. Suddenly, the surrounding temperature changes suddenly. Bitterly cold, Orochimaru couldn't help shivering. The raging flames not only did not melt the ice snake, but also froze itself into ice crystals. Crack, click, under Orochimaru's shocked gaze, the ice snake and the ice crystals all shattered. Can this coldness actually freeze the flames? Qiye's ability to frozen fruit has reached its peak. It can cool down the surrounding temperature without freezing. You can also control the freezing range and target arbitrarily. Stronger than Marine Admiral Aokiji, when he froze Ming-Jae, it also covered the surrounding earth with a layer of ice crystals. Now if Doflamingo stood in front of Qiye, Qiye was confident that he could freeze it without affecting the surroundings. Of course, the current Qiye can freeze the space. In this regard, Aokiji is even more incomparable. Qiye stood there without moving, while Orochimaru had already retreated dozens of meters. If he doesn't retreat, his fate is probably the same as that of the flaming snakes. If he was bound by the ice, Orochimaru didn't know if he could break free from it. The unknown danger is the most terrifying. Although he still has a lot of trump cards to play, if he really wants to fight, it is bound to be a big battle. This place is not far from Konoha village, and if there is a lot of noise, it will attract the attention of the 3rd generation old man. It will also affect his plans. Smack, smack, Orochimaru clapped and walked slowly towards Qiye. The closer you get to Qiye, the colder you feel. He had never felt such a strong sense of crisis. Orochimaru wanted to gamble, because looking at Qiye's appearance, although young, he was also a smart person. Qiye-kun, I didn't expect you to have such an amazing ability, but it gave me some insight. Orochimaru smiled bitterly inwardly. There are not many people who can praise him as one of Sannin. Uchiha Qiye in the serpentine pupil, Orochimaru's interest is even stronger. Snoring, snoring, advertisement. Orochimaru has black lines all over his face. Because at this time he found that this terrifying man actually stood up and fell asleep, and snored. At this moment Orochimaru was also stunned. Cautiously, he whispered, Qiye-kun, Qiye-kun. Shish, shish, bang. As soon as Qiye opened his eyes, he saw Orochimaru's curious expression. Oh, Orochimaru, what did you just say? Are you trying to test my strength? Orochimaru didn't know what to say. I thought to myself. Qiye-kun, be serious, okay. We were still fighting a second ago. If you go to bed in the next second, then he, the legendary Sannin, will lose face. Seeming to see through Orochimaru's mind, Qiye rubbed his eyes. I'm sorry, Orochimaru-sama, I fell asleep just standing there. Do I still need to fight? Qiye's teacher is Anko, Anko's teacher is Orochimaru. That's why he should call him Orochimaru-sama. But this sentence Orochimaru-sama heard in Orochimaru, but it made him panic. I always felt something was wrong. Qiye-kun, do you know my identity? I know, the disciple of 3rd Hokage, the legendary Sannin, Konoha's S-class rebel. Qiye said calmly. Qiye-kun, then shouldn't you as a Konoha ninja take me back to Konoha? Is that so? Qiye asked rhetorically. Orochimaru is more confused now, isn't it? Lord Orochimaru, you can see clearly, I'm just a special genin, not a jonin. As for the tasks you mentioned, I can do them if I want to, and don't do them if I don't want to. Hearing this, Orochimaru was overjoyed. It was the first time he saw such a casual ninja. Even Jiraiya, who is one of the Sannin with him, is wandering around. If Konoha is in trouble, Jiraiya will definitely come back. Orochimaru continued to ask as if he had found a breakthrough. How do you feel about this village? Do you like this village? Qiye spread his hands. It's nothing to like or dislike, it's just a place to live. Hearing this, Orochimaru smiled grimly. Then Qiye-kun, I have a plan, how about we join forces to destroy Konoha? Although the Uchiha family was exterminated by Itachi, Orochimaru stayed in Konoha for many years. He is well aware of the village's relationship with the Uchiha family. He wouldn't believe it if it had nothing to do with Konoha. From this point, maybe Uchiha Qiye can be pulled into his camp. Judging from the brief encounter, Orochimaru knew the horror of his power. With such a power, Orochimaru has absolute confidence in the Konoha destruction plan. Seeing Orochimaru's eager eyes, Qiye smiled secretly. This guy, Orochimaru, is really obsessed with Konoha. At this time, the Konoha destruction plan is already brewing. It seems that Konoha has hurt him enough. Destroying Konoha sounds good. Qiye played with the ice in his hand and said coldly, Orochimaru, don't you think control is more interesting than destruction? Playing Konoha with applause, Orochimaru has this ability long ago. Otherwise, why do you destroy it? Everyone is his Orochimaru pawn, isn't it sweet? The problem is that Orochimaru can't do it, and being able to be an ally with Danzo, the top of Konoha, is his greatest ability. Although Danzo did the opposite of third generation, he still protects Konoha in his heart. After all, Danzo is the root that guards Konoha. Hearing Kiye's words, the long-lost blood in Orochimaru suddenly burned. Kie-kun, you are looking farther than I am. Chapter 20. Advertisement. Kie-kun, you are looking farther than I am. Even if he is as strong as Orochimaru, he does not have such confidence and ambition. He thinks about what he can't get, and destroys it. And the man in front of him actually wanted to take control. The country of fire, the largest country in the ninja world. Konoha village, once the largest village in the ninja world. Controlling it is easier said than done. Even though Hokage, Sarutobi Hiruzen, who has been a Hokage for many years, has used many means, it is not possible to speak of control. By letting Namikaze Minato succeed his Hokage position, third generation is another pawn. Weak the Hyuga clan and destroy the Uchiha clan. The forces that threatened it were basically driven out. At least for now, with the exception of Danzo and his roots, third generation can be said to be firmly in power. Taking control means playing it with applause, and third Hokage can't do that yet. The blood in Orochimaru's whole body boiled. It is said that snakes are cold-blooded animals, but at this moment, Orochimaru he burned. He wants to witness Kia's wind. Just like Sasuke during the Fourth World War, I want to see the flow of this wind. Putting away the Kusanagi sword, Orochimaru's body slowly melted into the ground. When the entire figure disappeared into the forest, the low and sinister voice followed. Kie-kun, if there is a chance, I would like to join your control. Our cooperation must be very pleasant. Seeing Orochimaru's disappearing back, Kia's mouth curved into a corner. Cooperation? That is impossible. Even Orochimaru, one of the Sannin, is not eligible. There can only be one person in control, and that is him Uchiha Qiye. Qiye looked down at the pretty face lying on the ground, breathing evenly. A slight smile appeared at the corners of his mouth, as if he had a sweet dream. That's right, Anko is now free from the shackles of the Heaven's Curse seal. It can be said to be completely free. The nightmares that the curse of this day brought her will also vanish. The afterglow of the setting sun has ended, and soon it will be night. Qiye draped Anko's gray trench coat over her body. Pat lightly. Anko teacher, wake up, eat balls. Hearing the meatballs, Anko immediately opened his eyes. What? Eat meatballs? Where are the meatballs? Essentially, Anko is a foodie. Mr. Anko, you just passed out for no apparent reason. You promised to invite me to eat meatballs. Oh, yes, let's go now. Anko laughed. Touching his neck, he thought that it must have been because of the excessive use of chakra that the spell was painful. She didn't want to tell Qiye about the curse mark. Of course, she didn't know that her heavenly curse seal was gone. Qiye is not in a hurry to tell her, let everything be as it is. Konoha village at night is still very lively. Pedestrians come and go in an endless stream. In the dessert shop, Anko greeted warmly. Boss, bring some 3-color balls. At the same time, he patted Qiye's shoulder. Qiye, the desserts here are delicious. You can eat them. Teacher will treat you to me. Without further ado, the 3-color balls just came to the table. Advertisement. Anko just ate a few skewers, the previous battle consumed a lot of energy, and he was really hungry. Uchiha Qiye also ate several skewers. The desserts are really sweet and melt in your mouth. They were eating deliciously, and a few familiar figures walked in. Kakashi, Might Guy, Asuma, Moonlight Gale, and Genma Shiranui with 1,000 books in his mouth all entered this dessert shop. Qiye yawned several times while eating the balls. Qiye, go back to sleep after eating. You can rest recently. I will call you if you have a task. These days, Qiye has developed a good habit of sleeping 8 hours a day. Although I wake up every day and feel that my strength has increased, that increase is gradually weakening. As if he had reached a bottleneck, no matter how much he sleeps, it doesn't make much sense. The prompt given by the system is that you need to fall asleep in a real sense to become stronger, not the kind that can be fooled by closing your eyes. There are no special rewards either. Has his power reached the ceiling? When Qiye was about to ask, Kakashi interrupted his thoughts. Yo, isn't this Anko? Long time no see. Asuma, Moonlight Blast and the others also looked this way. Anko, I heard that you have become a mentor Jonin, and you have a disciple, congratulations. How does it feel to be a teacher of 3 students for the first time? Is it particularly difficult to cope with? People like Kakashi, Asuma have not brought genin yet. Anko was the first among them, and they were curious about it. Kakashi also tested many students, but they were all eliminated. Naruto Sasuke was the first class he taught. While everyone was curious, Anko smiled slyly. Haha, you haven't brought genin, and I don't have 3 disciples. Not 3. Now basically 3 people work as a team to carry out the task. At the same time, Moonlight Blast saw Kiye's figure. This made him quite curious. Uchiha Qiye, how could he be with Anko? Immediately, as if thinking of something, he smiled secretly. If Qiye is with Anko, then no one will steal Shien from him. In Moonlight Blaze's eyes, Anko is a ninja who makes a lot of noise, and it's perfect to be with Qiye. Azuki Shien's quiet type is what he likes. However, what Moonlight Blast didn't know was that he thought too much of all this. Shien has not had a good impression of him since the ninja school, she was just an ordinary period. Kakashi, let me explain the doubts in your hearts, why there are not 3 disciples, but what about the money for this meal? Okay, Anko, I've paid for the meatballs. With a cigarette in his mouth, Sarutobi Asuma patted his chest and said confidently. He is the son of 3rd Hokage, and the Sarutobi family is also a big family, not bad for money. Anko was waiting for Asuma's words. Okay, let me introduce to everyone, there is only one disciple of mine, and that is the one next to Ace, especially Genin, Uchiha Qiye. What, Uchiha Qiye? Hearing the name, both Kakashi and Asuma were stunned. 8-year-old Naruto is still at the ninja school, and now Kakashi is only about 22 years old. Anko is only 19 now, and the name Uchiha Qiye has been known to everyone among the Konoha shinobi, and everyone knows it. He barely graduated from the ninja school at the age of 17, and was awarded an unprecedented special genin title by Lord Hokage. It was the first time they met teachers and students of the same age, and it was possible that they were teammates at the same time. Unexpectedly, Lord 3rd Generation took care of Uchiha Qiye so much, and specially asked Anko to be his guide jonin. After all this painstaking effort, Kakashi and the others were touched. Chapter 21. Advertisement. Qiye, Lord 3rd Generation really takes care of you, not only did you graduate, but also assigned you an instructor, who would have this kind of treatment in Konoha. Moonlight Blast said with a smile. There is clearly a hint of sarcasm here. When he was at the ninja school, he was very upset when he saw Shien and Qiye getting close. Haifeng, what do you mean? Let me tell you, this disciple of mine is very strong, and even I am not his opponent. If you say that, believe it or not, I will beat you. Seeing Moonlight Gale's mocking face, Anko immediately sneered. This made Haifeng feel quite surprised. He has only been a teacher for 1 day, and his feelings are so good. To say he knew Anko much earlier than Qiye. Kakashi, who was watching the play, quickly waved his hand. Alright, stop arguing. The strength of Uchiha Qiye, Moonlight Blast couldn't be clearer. I just heard Anko say that Qiye is stronger than her, and in his opinion, it's just a foil to himself. Hey, Kakashi, why are you big men? That's natural, today is our men's party. Anko's food is already a bit too much. Patted Qiye on the shoulder. Little Qiye, teacher, I'll go back first. Remember, Kakashi has invited you for this meal, you can take good care of him. Qiye nodded, and in the end, Anko still had a slap in the face. When she was full, she hurried away. Kakashi's dead fish eyes rolled his eyes. I sighed in my heart. Hey, when did I promise you? Not long after Anko left, a graceful figure walked in outside the curtain. Seeing this figure, the moonlight and the wind were touched. Shien, are you here to find me? I don't know if I didn't hear it or what, Maoyu Shien didn't even look at him. He walked directly to Kia's side. Kie-kun, I heard that you successfully graduated from ninja school and became a special genin. I'm sorry, I've been too busy with tasks recently, and I didn't have time to congratulate you. It's alright, Shien, you came just right, I'm full, you can walk with me. Azuki Shien did not wear ANBU vest, ordinary shorts with fishnet socks, which is the standard for female ninjas. She is very different from the usual cold and frosty girl, and she is a little more lovely and moving. A slight smile appeared on the corner of his mouth, and he quickly agreed to Kie. Kie didn't have any ink, and directly took Shien's hand and walked out. In front of outsiders, Shi Yan, as usual, was not shy. Seeing this scene, Kakashi, Asuma and Genma Shiranui were all stunned. This boy and woman are also very good friends. It was Anko who stood up for him before, and now it is Shien. Immediately they turned their attention to Moonlight Blast. I saw that the moonlight gust of wind was flushed red, and I was about to explode with anger. The ignorant Shiranui Genma also asked a special question. Haifeng, I don't remember how you were preempted by that kid. Kakashi and Asuma hurriedly winked at Genma Shiranui, motioning him to stop talking. I don't know how Huo Xuanjian can understand this, and continued, although that one named Uchiha Qiye is indeed a little more handsome than you, he is also from a famous Uchiha family. But they are a 10,000 years repeater who doesn't even have a Sharingan. Now the Uchiha family is gone, you are a special Jonin, come on, I support you. Kakashi, Asuma. It's over, this guy Genma. These words seem to be supportive, but in the eyes of Moonlight Blast, it is a mockery to the heart. This is clearly saying that he can't even match the tail of a 10,000 years repeater's crane. Isn't that humiliating, Jonin? Advertisement. Boom. The gust of wind smashed the wooden table with one punch and flew away. Genma Shiranui looked innocent and looked at Kakashi and Asuma. Did I say something wrong? The shop owner ran over immediately. Hey, you ninjas, you have to pay for breaking the table. Asuma smoked a cigarette and looked away. Shiranui Genma also dodged from the boss's gaze with Shinbin in his mouth. But they have one thing in common, they both point to Kakashi. Kakashi wants to cry but has no tears. What happened? Lousy is not a local tyrant either, and you, Asuma, isn't your son of Hokage a local tyrant, and you don't even have to pay for it. Although there were all kinds of complaints in his heart, Kakashi immediately bent down and apologized. I'm sorry, Mr. Manager, I'll accompany everything here. Under the moonlight, Qiye walked quietly holding Shien's little hand. In this cruel ninja world, neither he nor Shien. Rarely can you enjoy such a quiet time. They walked to the vicinity of the Uchiha clan. Since this is the corner of the village, there are basically no pedestrians around. The current Uchiha clan has also lifted the ban. Shien, how is ANBU's mission lately? Is it dangerous? It's okay. Kie-kun, the genin world is fairly peaceful, and there are no secret missions. A hint of hesitation flashed across Shien's face when she finished saying this. How could this escape Kia's eyes? What? Is something wrong? Sure enough, in front of this man, Yu Shien had no secrets in her heart. In addition to congratulating you on becoming a genin this time, I also say goodbye to you. I will leave the village for a few days. As ANBU, she won't talk about these classified missions. But in front of Uchiha Qiye, these can be left behind. I received an A-level mission from 3rd Hokage. Our team is going to support the members of the roots far away in the water country, and it may take several days to return. A-level tasks, only second only to S levels, have a certain degree of danger. How about I go with you? You idiot, I'm on a secret mission, how can you go along with me? I'm talking, you're just a genin now, let's talk when you become a jonin. Shien sneered. Qiye looked at her slightly flushed cheeks. He murmured softly, fool, I'm super powerful. What, Qiye-kun, what did you just say? I said, you haven't given me a congratulatory gift yet. Looking at Shien's blushing cheeks and moist eyes, that is exactly the attitude of a girl in love. Qiye hugged him into his arms. Azuki Yuyan's shyness was only revealed in front of Uchiha Qiye. Feeling the softness in their arms, the two looked at each other. Qiye kissed deeply. Woo. After a while, feeling Qiye's restless hand, Shien still managed to break free. She knew that if she continued, she was afraid that something big would happen. Azuki Shien's pale cheeks turned red in the moonlight. He hesitated and said, okay, the gift is also given, there is still a task tomorrow, I will go back first. The gift, that's all, it's not enough, it's already at the door of the house, why don't you go in and sit? If there is no task tomorrow, Shien may agree. While there's still a hint of sanity, focus chakra on your feet with a few body flicker technique. Shi Yan's figure disappeared in an instant. Chapter 22. Advertisement. The flower evaluation ticket data has not moved for a few days, and the little author reflected on himself. Writing a book is for people to read. I feel that what I wrote in front of me is too serious, and I am not strong enough, and I am not very flirtatious. In this day and age, who still reads too serious texts? So the little author will increase his efforts, pretend to be a girl, and there will be no shortage of one. Friends who have read it can vote for flower recommendation, so that even a small author can be full of motivation. Chapter 23. Advertisement. Mao Yuxian took advantage of her own sanity, concentrated chakra on her feet, several body flicker technique. The smoke disappeared without a trace. Feeling the fragrance of the beautiful woman, Qiye pouted. To the meat of the mouth, just fly like this. Anyway, sooner or later, they are his people, and they can't fly anywhere. Back at his place, Qiye immediately thought about the problem he was thinking about in the dessert shop. Even though I get 8 hours of sleep a day, both chakra and strength have a surge after waking up, but the magnitude is getting smaller and smaller. Qiye, who was lying on the bed, couldn't sleep, and immediately opened the system panel. Name: Uchiha Qiye. Age: 18. Clan: Uchiha Clan. The 8 data values of the Ninja Phantom Speed Force Print, all 10. Abilities: 3 Tomo Sharingan, Frozen Fruit can freeze space. Ninjutsu: various fire-style ninjutsu. Sealing technique: sealing the ghosts, unraveling the evil Dharma seal, etc. Chakra amount: tailed beast level. On closer inspection, this data panel is not bad. System: why am I sleeping with less and less gain in both strength and chakra? Open black lens bracket ding. Host has 17 years of sleeping experience, you can add some novel sleeping methods and get a lot of rewards. Close black lens bracket. A novel way to sleep, darling, your system is quite unique. For so many years, Qiye has not slept naked. Okay, let's have a meat meal today. It didn't take long to go straight to dreamland. In Konoha village, Anko was in a daze in her room, guiding a disciple for the first time in her life. This process is quite interesting. I took a picture of myself in the mirror and felt different. Anko laughed a few times. I really have a good disciple. The next day, the sun is just right. Yichi opened his eyes and found that his Scarlet 3 Tomo Sharingan had already opened. This surprised him. Without going through his brain, 3 Tomo Sharingan emerged automatically. At the same time, he also has a vague tendency to evolve into Mangekyo. He couldn't understand it with his own eyes. Ding, congratulations to the host for completing the first naked sleep and acquiring the perception ability. Perception. Hiei sensed it immediately. Numerous chakra forms appeared in his mind. Advertisement. Uchiha Qiye in Konoha village, the land of fire, even perceives the chakra of Kurigakure, the land of water, and the Iwagakure ninja of the land of earth. This kind of perception ability is not weak. This is far beyond the capabilities of the Kagura mind. The perception range of Kagura's eyes is only tens of kilometers, and Qiye is already above this. Naruto can sense chakra of the ninja battle thousands of miles away from Turtle Island. Second Hokage can sense chakra in Madara far away from the battlefield from Konoha village. Compared with these two people, Qiye's perception ability is not inferior. Besides, Naruto is still at the ninja school, and second Hokage has long since passed away. In terms of perception ability, Qiye is the strongest in the world right now. Oh, I can't help it, I slept and became stronger again. Next, Qiye made another detailed perception. Hearing Shien said last night that he was going to perform an A-level mission, he felt a little uneasy in his heart. Having been with Shien for a long time, she is naturally very familiar with her chakra. It didn't take long for him to feel it. Shien has already left the country of fire and is about to reach the territory of the country of water. Well, this is. His eyes narrowed. At this time, he felt a familiar chakra. Moonlight Blast. The Moonlight Blast is only about 5 kilometers away from Shien. He's not alone, he has 2 chakra powerful ninjas by his side. Judging from the amount of chakra, like Moonlight Blast, it has a special Jonin level. Azuki Shien is also carrying out the task as a team of 3 people. Qiye felt it carefully. The 3-person team that discovered Moonlight Blast seemed to be following Shien and the others. Always maintain a distance of about 5 kilometers, never lengthen or shorten. Will nothing happen? Qiye felt a hint of unease. The current Kurigakure is probably still affected by the blood fog policy, and 4th Mizukage Yagura has been relieved of the illusion by Ching. He died not long after that, and Three Tails became a wild-tailed beast. The power of Mist Shinobi should now be in the hands of the master. Even without Obito's intervention, the land of water is still an extremely dangerous place. Yi Chi didn't hesitate anymore. Using the majestic chakra in his body, he galloped towards the land of water. Night. The 3-member team of Azuki Shien was resting in a homestay. Captain Moon, Lord Hokage said that one of the ANBU masters of Gen had important information about Kurigakure, and asked us to go to the land of water to meet him and escort him back to Konoha safely. Moon is Shien's code name in ANBU. Katsuki, don't worry, Mist Shinobi is now closed, and we will be able to reunite with Gen's comrades tomorrow. Jamu, also the code name of ANBU. Shien lying on the bed, looking at the bright white moon outside the window. Recalling what happened last night, a faint smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Chapter 24. Advertisement. Signal. The will of fire rooted in Konoha. You are Ding Shui Senpei in the roots of Danzo-sama, right? At the border of the land of water, the Moon Squad led by Yugon finally reunites with ANBU, the man who captured Mist Shinobi's information. Both sides aligned the code. You are Lord Hokage's Moon Squad, let's go back to the village without further delay. Shien's 3-person team and Gen's Ding Shui are all wearing masks. Listening to Ding Shui's tone, this task is definitely not easy. Senior Ding Shui, you are in the middle, my 2 partners are leading the way, and I am in the back. Then I'll trouble you, Captain Moon. After the 4 of them met at the border of the land of water, they immediately rushed in the direction of Konoha. Well aware of the importance of this mission, Uyuki Shien and her party did not rest on their way back. I didn't even stay in a hostel. When you are hungry, you can eat bingbao, which is the perfect food for ninjas. After eating it, not to mention the feeling of fullness, you can also add a little chakra. It can be said that it is a must-have for ninjas to perform tasks or wars. During the journey back, Shi Yan's team was not hindered in the slightest. It also made her vaguely uneasy. When I received the order from 3rd Hokage clearly stated that it was an A-level mission. Since it is an A-level mission, it cannot be so smooth. As ANBU, Shien has performed many missions, and every B-level mission is blocked by ninjas, let alone A-level missions. Seeing that he was approaching the territory of the land of fire, Ding Shui suddenly stopped. His breathing seemed to be a little rapid, and his tone became weaker. Captain Moon, we have traveled for so long, from the border of the land of water to the land of fire, can we take a break? Of course, Senior Ding Shui, our mission this time is to focus on you. Now that they have reached the border of the Fire Nation, Shien's tense heart can really relax. Such a long journey, whether it was her or her 2 companions, was a huge drain. Since sensing Shien's chakra, Qiye has been following behind. He hid behind a big tree and was only 100 meters away from Team U. Qiye felt that this trip was obviously the most consumed by Shien's team. The ANBU, whose code name is Ding Shui, is full of chakra and physical strength. But he was the first to ask for a rest. Is it because of Shien's team? At the same time, Moonlight Blast and the others stopped in the middle of the journey earlier. Seeing that appearance, it seems that they are waiting for the return of Azuki Shien and the others. But it's only 5 kilometers away. Tisk tisk, they're going to be in trouble. Because Qiye sensed that after Mao Yuxian and Ding Shui joined from the land of water, there was always a force following them on the way back. 6 people, with good strength, are all ANBU of Mist Shinobi. Mist Shinobi's 6 could have shot, but they didn't, and instead followed Yuyan and the others. Keep a distance. Qiye didn't take the lead, he just wanted to see what was wrong with Shien's mission. His brows were slightly wrinkled, he had already seen the black figure of 6 paths galloping towards Shien's squad. These people, instead of attacking in the land of water, started raiding on the border of the land of fire, which is a bit interesting. At this moment, Shien and the others also noticed the change. 6 paths black figures have surrounded them. A low voice with killing intent came from the forest. Konoha's ninja, who has captured the secret of our Mist Shinobi, do you still want to escape? Shien's beautiful eyes looked at these 6 people, clenching her teeth. This is Mist Shinobi's ANBU, damn it, when are these guys? Jamu, Iji, protect Senior Ding Shui. The 3 of them form a triangle and surround the Ding Shui of the root in the middle. Oh, it seems that the person in the middle is the guy from Master Intelligence. Not necessarily, maybe they have already shared the information about the village. There is another possibility, that is their feint, deliberately making us think that the person in the middle is the most important. Advertisement. The 6 Mist Shinobi ANBU ignored Yu Yan and the others, and chatted with each other in a playful tone. If that's the case, then kill them all. A cold tone came out of the Mist Shinobi ANBU, and the 6 of them formed seals at the same time. Water style, water dragon bomb technique. 6 gigantic water dragons roared in the sky, and rushed towards the 4 of Shien from different directions. These guys are not ordinary ninjas. I saw Azuki Yuyan pulled out the long knife behind her, and 2 shadow clone appeared beside her at the same time. Konoha-style swordsmanship, the dance of the 3 suns and the moon. The graceful dance forms a meniscus, and the 3 figures cut off the 3 water dragons directly. To deal with the ninjutsu of 3 Mist Shinobi ANBU at the same time, this is the limit of Uzuki Yuyan. The other 3 water dragons directly washed away Jamu, Iji, and Ding Shui. The men headed by Mist Shinobi ANBU sneered. As this Konoha-style swordsmanship, there are a few brushes, but unfortunately, how many rounds can you hold on? Azuki Yuyan didn't have time to care about Mist Shinobi's mockery. She and Ding Shui have dispersed, and now they are most worried about their safety. Ding Shui, Senior, Jamu, Iji, are you all alright? There was a sound of rapid breathing from a dark place not far away. Captain Moon, we're fine. Hearing the 3 people's answers at the same time, Shien's tense nerves relaxed slightly. Is it really okay? As soon as Mist Shinobi ANBU's words came out, there was a miserable cry from the dark corner. What? The desperate and painful cry flashed by, and then disappeared. Solved 1. Kamu. This voice, Azuki Shien, was already familiar, it was the voice of Jamu. She was about to run towards the source of the sound, holding the long knife tightly, but was stopped by Mist Shinobi's ANBU. Don't worry, it's your turn next. What? Another miserable cry came from not far away, this time it was Otto. The second one, Konoha's ANBU, is that the only level? In a few breaths, both of his partners were poisoned. Azuki Shien's cheeks were full of solemnity. There is no place for him to be sad now, and the only priority is to bring Mist Shinobi's information back to the village. Senior Ding Shui, are you alright? Don't worry, Captain Moon, I'm fine, you have to be careful, these ANBU of Mist Ninja are very strong. A Mist Shinobi ANBU looked Ding Shui up and down. Just leave it to me here, and you can deal with the ninjas who use Konoha Ryu swordsmanship. For a while, standing in front of Azuki Yuyan were 5 Mist Shinobi ANBU. Swish. Those 5 people shot at the same time, and several kunai tied with detonating charms flew towards Azuki Shien. Bang bang bang. The explosion shook the entire forest. Azuki Shien's figure is already in the air. However, the 5 Mist Shinobi ANBU seemed to have known this. The next moment, countless shuriken flew into the air. The number of shuriken is comparable to the shuriken shadow clone technique. Konoha-style swordsmanship, hazy moonlit night. In midair, Shien waved a long sword, and transformed into several afterimages of the blade. This is the swordsmanship he has not yet mastered, and it is the first time he has used it in actual combat. Clang clang clang. Many shuriken were cut to the ground. Even so, a shuriken hit Azuki Yuyan's back. The moonlight wind in the jungle saw this scene and grinned, and quickly came out. However, there is a figure, faster than him. Catch the sunset falling from the sky. Chapter 25. Advertisement. Qiye, why are you here? Seeing Qiye hug her, Shien was surprised. She didn't expect that Qiye would suddenly appear here and save her. I only came because I was worried about you. Hearing this sentence, Shien's face flushed. In just this moment, he regained his dignified expression. She knew how dangerous the current situation was. Qiye-kun, run away, they are all ANBU of Mist Shinobi, with the strength of Jonin, you are no match for them at all. This task has nothing to do with Qiye, and Shien doesn't want him to be involved at all. As Konoha ANBU, he is also the leader of this mission. Even in death, she can't take a step back. It's okay, I'll take care of everything. With a simple sentence, Shien lost her mind. At this time, she completely obeyed Qiye's arrangement. Uchiha Qiye, why are you here? The 3 Moonlight Blast also found Qiye's figure. It was Uchiha Qiye who rescued Shien before him just now. Guangfeng, why are you here? Shien looked at the figures of the few people in the wind and wondered. Shien, you'll be fine, we are reinforcements sent by Lord Hokage. The wind who said these words gave Qiye a vicious look at the same time. Uchiha Qiye, This is not a place where you can stay as a special genin, let's run away. Moonlight Blast deliberately emphasized the word, special. Reinforcement, why didn't you take action at first, but waited until Shien's team lost 2 companions before taking action? Uchiha Qiye said coldly. Moonlight Blast's face was terrified. Could it be that he knows that I'm already here? It's impossible, it's absolutely impossible. Qiye, I don't know what you mean, we just arrived here just now. The reason why Qiye didn't take action at first was because he wanted to see what the Moonlight Blast and the others wanted to do. Just now, ANBU from Mist Shinobi has fought hard against Shien's 2 companions. However, there is room for the root member whose code name is Ding Shui. And Ding Shui didn't hit hard. The battle between them was like Tai Chi, pushing back and forth. When Shien was injured, the Moonlight Blast appeared. This guy clearly wants to play a drama of a hero saving beauty and then capture his heart. Yugong Kuaifeng felt guilty, and asked Kirito beside him softly. Kirito, as a perception ninja, didn't you perceive that guy's chakra? No, big wind, that guy's chakra appeared suddenly. Sarutobi Kirito, belonging to the Sarutobi family, can perceive ninjutsu, and belongs to the reconnaissance ninja. ANBU from Mist Shinobi couldn't sit still. Konoha's ninjas are really interesting. Kaze-kun, thank you for telling them where they are, and the drama of the hero saving beauty is also gone. How about you, do you want to consider joining us, Mist Shinobi? You guy. Moonlight Blast's face was extremely ugly. Azuki Shien stared at him with murderous eyes. Shien, you have to trust me and don't be swayed by the ninjas of Mist Shinobi. Ha ha ha. The 6 ANBU of Mist Shinobi laughed. Especially Genin, there is such a name. Konoha's ninjas are so stupid, none of you can leave today. The 6 Mist Shinobi ninjas rushed towards Qiye at the same time. Kuna, who had never seen blood, was already hungry and thirsty. As they got closer to Qiye, the icy chill became more piercing. Advertisement. It was very difficult to even breathe, like soaking in a deep pool of cold water. But Mao Yuxian, who was standing beside Qiye, only felt a faint coolness all over her body. The slight chill made her feel relaxed. Suddenly the wound on the back no longer hurts. The coolness was warm again, the cool blue chakra flowing through the wound on her back. The wound that had been cut by kunai was healing at a speed visible to the naked eye. The feeling of Mist Shinobi Ninja and Azuki Yuyan is simply a world of difference. The Mist Shinobi Ninja at the head felt like they were rushing towards Shinigami. Instinctively stopped and shouted loudly, fast back. But it was too late. The 5 Mist Shinobi had already found themselves immobile. The whole body has been covered with ice cubes, leaving only one head outside. Mist Shinobi, headed by them, is also deeply involved. Call. Qiye let out a breath of cold air and walked up to a Mist Shinobi. Say, how did you find out about their tracks? The Mist Shinobi Ninja swayed his head to the right, with a spirit of death. Qiye likes this kind of person the most. With a simple kick, the Mist Shinobi's feet were directly smashed. Ice cubes were scattered all over the place, and there was no bloodline. What? He fell to the ground, followed by a scream from a distance. It's noisy. Even the last head was frozen. Snapped. Qiye stepped on it with one foot, and the entire body of that Mist Shinobi was turned into ice cubes and scattered on the ground. No bones left. Click, click, click. Second, third, fourth, fifth. Uchiha Qiye just stepped on it. All I heard was the sound of broken ice, and the cry of death never appeared. The Mist Shinobi leader opened his pupils, as if he saw a Shinigami walking towards him. At this time, his face was ashen, and he survived in the blood mist, and he never saw such a terrifying person. In the final analysis, it is the difference in strength. Don't kill me, I'll tell you. There was a trembling in the face of death in his voice. It was him, the ninja in Konoha who told us where he was, the guy named Moonlight Gale Koff. Mist Shinobi Ninja pointed directly at Moonlight Blast. As soon as he finished speaking, he turned into a piece of shattered ice. Those confused eyes seemed to be saying, brother, I said that you still do it, are you honest? However, Yi Chi said, have I ever said that I won't kill you if you're actually recruited? No. Moonlight Blaze's 3-member team and Gen's member Ding Shui were completely stunned by this scene. His feet seemed to be filled with lead and he couldn't move an inch. You, how can you have such a strong power? Are you surprised? Kia's body was already approaching the Moonlight Blast. Those black pupils instantly turned into scarlet Sharingan. Sharingan, it turns out that you have turned on Sharingan. I don't understand why they were so surprised, isn't it normal for the Uchiha family to open Sharingan? To deal with Mist Shinobi's torture to extract a confession, Qiye wanted to use a different method. Storm Squad and Ding Shui are frozen like Mist Shinobi just now. The only difference is that they are currently only bound by their feet. No way, Gale, you don't really think that my strength is only genin, or is it a special genin? Ding Shui and the others looked at Kia's playful expression and found that they had entered the abyss of hell. If you don't believe it, then let you see my power, Ice Age. Chapter 26. Advertisement. Ice Age. Qiye let out a few breaths of cold air from his mouth. In an instant, the entire forest was frozen into a land of ice. Under the moonlight, it is as bright as day. The dark forest suddenly became an extremely cold place. Qiye-kun is amazing. Behind him, Yu Yuxian looked at Kia's back with admiration. And the moonlight wind, the whole face twitched. How is this possible? How can you possibly have this kind of power? This is enough to change the power of the natural environment, whether it is moonlight wind or Sarutobi Kirito is the first time to see it. The shock that this natural force brought to them was too great. Sharingan. Hiya's Scarlet 3-Tomo Sharingan glanced at Gale, and he fell into a deep sleep. Controlled by Sharingan's illusion. To deal with these people, Qiye did not treat Miss Shinobi as rudely, but instead took a gentler approach. Why are you here? Did you tell Miss Shinobi about Shien and their whereabouts? Moonlight Blast. We came here privately and didn't receive Hokage's instructions. I told Miss Shinobi about the whereabouts of Shien and the others, because I had the confidence to save Shien from Miss Shinobi's hands and let her have a crush on me. Good feeling. It is as expected. Boom. With a crisp sound, Moonlight Blast turned into pieces of ice and fell to the ground. There are such scheming people around, what to do if you don't kill them? The 7-year-old who stepped on the crushed ice took a few steps forward. Sarutobi Kirito was so frightened that he could barely speak. You can't kill me, I belong to the Sarutobi clan, and Lord 3rd Generation is the patriarch of our Sarutobi clan. The Sarutobi clan, it's a coincidence, they can't live anymore. Tap lightly. The two who came with the Moonlight Blast ended up just like him. In the end, the root member who stole the secret of Miss Shinobi, Chosui. Miss Shinobi's information scroll has fallen to the ground. Ding Shui. Qiye, my lord, please let me go. I heard that you are a member of Lord Danzo's subordinates. Qiye asked curiously. Hearing Qiye's honorific title to Danzo, Ding Shui instantly felt a glimmer of hope. That's right, I am the subordinate of Lord Danzo, please bypass me, Lord Qiye. Oh, it's the people of Danzo, like the Sarutobi clan, they can't survive. Uchiha Qiye's tone was flat. This time Ding Shui was completely desperate. Isn't this Uchiha Qiye from Konoha? Dare to ignore Danzo and 3rd Hokage at the same time, not to mention Konoha, even the entire ninja world is afraid that it will be difficult to find this person. Under Ding Shui's desperate gaze, Qiye slapped it and shattered it. None of the people here live. Uchiha Qiye lifted the ice age. The forest was restored to its original appearance. As for the people like Moonlight Blast, there are no bones left. Qiye is the Uchiha family, if not familiar with this world. If he escaped on the night of the genocide, he would have died at the hands of Itachi or Obito. However, all of this also has some high-level connections between Danzo and 3rd Hokage. Killing the Uchiha clan was their mission to Itachi. Qiye remembers all these things. Advertisement. Take the scroll to Shien's side. This is a mission scroll, so your mission is complete. Thank you, Qiye-kun. For the fate of the Moonlight Blast and the others, Shien did not have the slightest sympathy. On the contrary, the lives of her two companions made her quite regret. Looking at Shien's pretty face under the moonlight, Qiye said curiously, Why, Shien, don't you ask me why I am so good? I'm not curious because Qiye-kun has always been powerful in my heart. When others say that Uchiha Qiye is a special genin, Shien did not emphasize the word special. Open black lens bracket Sharin favorability query close black lens bracket. Qiye used the new function of sleeping, Sharingan's favorability query, he wanted to see what position he had in Shien's heart. Name. Shien. Age. 19. Height. 169.2 centimeters. Weight. 50.5 kilograms. Position. Konoha Village ANBU member, Special Jonin. Personality. Dedicated. Ninja ID. 012161. Favorability of host. 90. The favorability is rated from 1 to 100. 60. General level, don't know each other, good impression between passers-by at first sight. 70 to 80. Friendship between friends. 80 to 90. Lovers and husbands trust each other. 90 to 100. The only one in my heart can change everything. Uchiha Qiye lifted Azuki Shien's chin and shoved it down affectionately. Azuki Shien. Woo, Qiye-kun. After half a sound, Qiye released his lips. Shien, is your injury okay? It's okay, thank you Qiye-kun. Azuki Shien couldn't feel the pain behind her at all. All she could feel was a cold chakra flowing through her body. Needless to say, she knew that Qiye had healed her wounds. Under the moonlight, Princess Uchiha Qiye hugged Azuki Shien and walked through the forest. Back then, Uzumaki Kushina's heart was captured by Namikaze Minato in this way. Shien, you've been running around all day, take a good rest. Azuki Shien snuggled up in Uchiha Qiye's arms, not sweet enough, and slowly fell asleep. When he opened his eyes, he found Qiye looking at him with a smile. Qiye-kun, have we returned to Konoha? Forget it, we are at the corner of Konoha, the Uchiha family, my home. For some reason, Azuki Shien's cheeks became extremely crimson at this time. Shien, I asked you to sit in my house a few nights ago, but you refused to sit. Now, you can't escape. It was late at night, and the huge Uchiha clan was empty. Azuki Shien could hear her heart pounding. Now, you are my woman. Pull down your shirt. The next day, the sun came in through the window, and Uchiha Qiye rubbed his eyes. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to host for completing an unprecedented wonderful sleep and successfully opening Mangekyo Sharingan. Close black lens bracket. Chapter 27. Advertisement. Ding. Congratulations to host for completing an unprecedented wonderful sleep and successfully opening Mangekyo Sharingan. Close black lens bracket. Mangekyo. This is Kia's surprise. Sure enough, sleep can make you stronger. Because the sleep last night was really unusual. It wasn't until midnight that Uchiha Qiye fell asleep. This sleeping method can make Mangekyo Sharingan eyes open. It is both beyond reason and expected. Now that Mangekyo opened his eyes, Qiye was very curious about what his Mangekyo Sharingan ability was. Starting from Uchiha Madara, the Uchiha clan has only a few people who started Mangekyo. Uchiha Madara and his younger brother Uchiha Izuna. Uchiha Itachi with his father Uchiha Fugaku, and the future Uchiha Sasuke. There is also Uchiha Obito who evolved from Schwanguyu to Mangekyo. Over the decades, many people have started Sharingan. But in terms of Mangekyo Sharingan, there are not even 10. Itachi has the left eye Tsukuyomi of the Mangekyo Sharingan, and the right eye Amaterasu. And Uchiha Sasuke, Mangekyo Sharingan's ability is Amaterasu and Flame Control, which controls the change of Amaterasu's black flame form. Who doesn't envy the eyes of a dead man at a glance? Eye kill is real. The pretty girl beside her, Mao Yuxian, also opened her beautiful eyes at this time. Sorry, Kie-kun, I slept late, I should get up and prepare breakfast. It's okay, it doesn't matter if you sleep until the sun basks. Yesterday, Mao Yuxian was tossed by him until midnight, what does it matter if she sleeps a little longer? Azuki Shien chuckled. Looking at the bright red on the sheets, he immediately hid under the covers again. It's all this time, and I'm still shy. Uyu Shien thought that she couldn't be a lazy woman, so she got up directly. Huh, Kie-kun, your eyes. Well, my eyes have changed. Change is change, but only in the right eye. This remark surprised Uchiha Qiye. Right eye, yeah, Kia's left eye is still the 3-tomo Sharingan I've seen, but your right eye has no Guyu, and the pattern inside is a bit like a shuriken. Azuki Shien immediately picked up the mirror from the side and handed it to Qiye. Seeing the difference in his own eyes, Uchiha Qiye was also stunned. Am I only the right eye with the Mangekyo Sharingan? Don't Mangekyo's eyes open at the same time? Only one eye opened Mangekyo when he had both eyes, which was not seen in the history of Uchiha. Kie-kun, is this the evolution of your Uchiha family Sharingan? Well, it's called Mangekyo Sharingan. Advertisement. Azuki Shien thought that there were more important things at the moment, which was to prepare breakfast, and immediately put on her clothes. Kie-kun, you have a good rest, I'm going to prepare breakfast. Uchiha Qiye looked at his right eye from the mirror, the blood red eye had the shape of a shuriken, and there was a small black pupil in the center. Open black lens bracket ding, host's right eye has successfully opened Mangekyo Sharingan, close black lens bracket. Ability. 1. God Royal. 2. God Control. This is also capable of explaining. Qiye was overjoyed. The ability to explain is much stronger than yourself. This is the difference between a novice player and a seasoned veteran. As if the second pillar of Mangekyo Sharingan just opened, Uchiha Sasuke. He led the Eagle Squad to capture 8 tails without knowing Mangekyo's ability. As a result, the tactic of 3 guarantees was rescued by Xionglan, Xiongwu, and Shuiyu. In the end, he fluttered in the air and was played around by 8 tails. Finally, I figured out Amaterasu for the left eye, Flame Control for Amaterasu for the right eye, and Susanoo later. Therefore, it is necessary to be familiar with the skills in advance. In Uchiha Qiye's mind, Mangekyo's introduction to the 2 abilities of Divine Control and Divine Control instantly appeared in his right eye. Shen Yu, ninjutsu in time and space, also belongs to the net of blood. Damn, Qiye couldn't help but swear. Whether it's time and space or blood, whichever is related to these 2 is not the ability to coax. Flying Thunder God, Kamui belongs to time and space ninjutsu. And the blood snares are even more terrifying, such as the Imperial Palace of the Sky and the 80 Gods Air Strikes, which belong to the blood snares system. Gathers all the properties of chakra, wind, fire, thunder, water, earth, yin, yang. It is the existence above the limit of blood and the elimination of blood. The ability of Sasuke Lugoyu Sharingan's hand strength also belongs to the blood snares. Shen Yu. Record what you see in your pupils, you can instantly move to the recorded time and space point. To put it simply, it is to record what you see in the pupil like a photo, and then you can instantly arrive at the place on the photo. It is Sharingan's unique ability to capture and record the picture, and Izanami is to record the somatosensory photos of herself and the other party for an infinite loop. That is to say, as long as Qiye glanced at the Hokage rock statue of Konoha and recorded it. Then no matter where he is, he can instantly move to the top of the Hokage rock statue. This can be said to be the combined version of Flying Thunder God and Tianshuli. Flying Thunder God has no distance limit, but must be marked in advance. The Heavenly Hand Force can only perform position conversion within the line of sight. Shenyu almost combines the advantages of the 2. Qiye smiled happily. What a great ability. God Control. Illusion, powerful destruction and control ability. Compared with Shen Yu, the introduction of Shen Control is much simpler. One-eyed Mangekyo possesses 2 abilities at the same time, and Uchiha Qiye is an unprecedented case in the history of the Uchiha clan. This sleep made Uchiha Qiye's strength a qualitative improvement, and he didn't sleep in vain. Chapter 28. Advertisement. Divine Control is a spiritual illusion with the ability to destroy and control. When he woke up, Qiye felt that the chakra in his body had doubled. This is something that has never been seen before, and the increase in normal sleep chakra has been getting lower and lower. But last night's sleep was different. Uchiha Qiye's chakra volume skyrocketed. Interesting. Qiye chuckled lightly. Before long, he smelled the aroma of the food. Qiye-kun, breakfast is ready, do you want to rest for a while? In an instant, the figure of Uchiha Qiye disappeared in front of Yuzuki Yuyan. When she reacted, a hand behind her had already wrapped around her slender waist. Today's Yanyu Shien has a bit more temperament of a mature woman. His face was radiant and his spirits were surprisingly good. By the way, Qiye-kun, when I woke up, I suddenly found that the chakra in my body was much stronger. Yes, well, it's more than a little bit, it seems to have doubled several times, and suddenly it makes me feel like there is an infinite chakra, and it is also full of power. Uchiha Qiye knows, that's why. As long as you sleep like him, you can become stronger too. But the premise is that there must be Uchiha Qiye. He becomes stronger and makes those around him stronger. Of course Azuki Shien would not believe that her power would come out of nowhere. Qiye-kun, is it because of your relationship, did you make me stronger? Uchiha Qiye smiled, non-committal. You stay at my house for a few more days, and you will get stronger and stronger. The current Azuki Yuyan is quite confident, if facing the 5 ANBU ninjas from yesterday. She can deal with it alone, and she has no problem defeating 5 people. Uchiha Qiye glanced at Yu Shien's favorability to him. Favorability. 95. After one night, Yu Shien's favorability for him has risen from 90 to 95. The previous 90 has already made Qiye think that this is her own woman, so what's the harm if it is more than 5 points? Had a delicious breakfast. Azuki Yuyan didn't stop there too much, but went to 3rd generation to report the situation of this mission. Konoha Village, Hokage Building. Shien, I didn't expect this A-level mission to be so dangerous. Gens Ding Shui and your 2 companions Jamu and Iji all died in this mission. Sarutobi Hiruzen spit out a few circles of clouds and thought deeply. The information scroll was already in front of his eyes. Thank you for your hard work, Shien, you can retire first. Azuki Yuyan did not say anything about Moonlight Gale and Sarutobi Kirito. This is also what Qiye entrusted to him. These 2 people went out of the village without permission, and there are no bones left, no traces can be found. It's like it just evaporated out of thin air. When Konoha realizes that the 2 have not seen each other for a long time, he will naturally send ninjas to find their traces. Couldn't find a reason why. In the end, it may only be considered that he was secretly assassinated by ninjas from other villages. Azuki Shien was quite surprised to hear Qiye say that the destruction of the Uchiha family was at the behest of Konoha's high-level officials. And Qiye said that he would master Konoha, and Azuki Shien naturally stood on Qiye's side unconditionally. The man she likes is destined to be unusual. Azuki Shien is also not willing to be a vase and continues to stay in Konoha ANBU, which will also be of great help to Uchiha Qiye. Leaving the Hokage building, Yu Shien secretly swore, Qiye-kun, I will definitely help you succeed. When 3rd Hokage opened the intelligence scroll, the contents inside really shocked him. It is extremely difficult for other shinobi villages to know the information of Mist Shinobi in the country of water. The intelligence shows that 4th Hokage Yagura is dead, and now the power of Mist Shinobi is controlled by the Yuan Shi. The 7 ninja swordsmen have also fallen apart, giving 3rd Hokage a better understanding of Kurigaku's strength. Advertisement. Although he sacrificed these ANBU personnel, this information did not make him feel that he had any loss. Without the Uchiha family, the strength of his Konoha village is not the first or second existence in the ninja world. 3rd Hokage has a deep understanding of what the genin world looks like. The only one that can be stronger than Konoha is Cloud Shinobi Village in the Land of Thunder. Cloud Shinobi Village is very powerful, and none of them are Cloud Shinobis on the most wanted list. The 3rd Ninja War Konoha also fought against Cloud Shinobi Village. The battle between Namikaze Minato and AB. This lets Konoha know that Cloud Shinobi Village has the perfect Jinchuriki, 8 tails. And Cloud Shinobi Village is more than one-tailed beast, in addition to 8 tails, there are also 2 tails. This made him quite jealous as Hokage. Although Konoha has the strongest tailed beast, 9 tails. But there has never been a perfect Jinchuriki. Even the Uchiha clan can only barely control it with the Sharingan pupil technique. Before Cloud Shinobi wanted to capture the Hyuga clan, he was killed by Hyuga Hiyashi of the clan. But the Land of Thunder did not recognize it, and threatened war with many unreasonable demands. In front of Cloud Shinobi, both the Hyuga family and the 3rd Hokage he chose to compromise. This also resulted in the death of Neji's father. This is enough to explain the power of Cloud Shinobi Village, the Land of Thunder. Call. Sarutobi Hiruzen let out a long sigh. Peace is not easy to come by. Open the crystal ball, and inside is the picture of the spa. No, wrong, he wanted to see the situation of Nine Tails Jinchuriki and Uchiha Sasuke at the ninja school. Uruka stands on the podium. Students, Master Hokage will give us some guidance on the training ground tomorrow, and there will be many Jonin present at that time. You have to perform well. Naruto. Well, I'm going to be a Hokage man, and I won't lose to that old man. Shikamaru. What a hassle. Tooth. Wow, no, it's Akamaru. Sasuke snorted coldly. Ino looked in the mirror. Choji is eating potato chips. It seemed that few listened to Uruka's words and completely ignored him. Thinking about it this way, Uruka felt that Qiye, who was sleeping in class, was much more obedient. He couldn't bear to see this scene. He roared. You little bastards, but listen carefully to me, Lord Hokage has a lot of time every day, but you don't have time every day. Lord Hokage is here in person, that's your honor, you know. Naruto. Cut, it's just an old man. Especially you, Naruto. Iruka was only worried about the troublemaker Naruto. Iruka's rage is scary. Everyone answered in unison. I see, Iruka-sensei, hurry up and leave school. Naruto fiddled with the goggles on his forehead. Mr. Iruka, will Brother Kie go? I haven't seen him for a long time since he became a genin. Uchiha Qiye. This Iruka doesn't know either. He will go, if he is too old, he is also your same period. Anyway, in order to prevent Naruto from making trouble, Iruka thought about tricking him first. Hear Uchiha Kiya's name. Sasuke clenched his fists, his face full of unwillingness. After becoming the head of the clan, Uchiha's genius actually lost to an ordinary clan. It was the shame of his life. Sasuke didn't think that there would be more shame waiting for him in the future. Chapter 29. Advertisement. The ideological work must start from the ninja school, so that Konoha can prosper and grow even more. Open black lens bracket ding. Congrats to host for learning the profound art of taijutsu, 1,000 years of death, close black lens bracket. Uchiha Qiye, who woke up in the morning, suddenly found that he had awakened a new skill. 1,000 years of death. This is a tasteful gymnastics. Still need to learn this trick. Isn't it the skill of putting the two hands, the index finger and the middle finger together, and pushing forward with force? A few days ago, 3rd Hokage asked Qiye to attend the ninja school's orientation session as the representative of the special genin. And today is the day to attend the 3rd generation guidance conference. No, he became a special genin and became a role model for the ninja school. In the square, the thin figure of 3rd Hokage stood there. 3rd Hokage is called a monkey by Tobirama, and he is not very tall. Not only 3rd Hokage, but also several ANBUs guarding him. Kakashi, Might Guy, Asuma, Shiranui Genma and several other jonins are here. Dozens of ninja school students sat there. Iruka stood by and looked at the stalwart back of the 3rd generation, and he was envious of that glorious image. The 3rd Hokage mentoring, brainwashing conference began. Today's 3rd generation doesn't smoke. Asuma may have been exposed to secondhand smoke since he was a child. Influenced by 3rd generation, I am still a smoker. Ahem. Sarutobi Hiruzen showed off his deep voice and said, Children, you are all young forces in the village. Remember to take good care of this village and protect your family. Wherever the leaves fly, the fire also grows. Kakashi on the side has a stern face, and no one else can see his appearance when he is wearing a mask. He heard this sentence from 3rd generation when he was still at the ninja school. Is that the only thing Hokage-sama can say? Naruto, Shikamaru and several people had a lifeless expression on their faces. This old man, what are you talking about? 3rd Hokage talked for about half an hour. Okay, as your role model for the same period, you brats haven't seen him for a long time, right? Kie, are you here yet? The place fell silent immediately. Naruto. Kie, is big brother Kie here? I'm really upset, he's the first to graduate. Sasuke. Kie guy, has become a genin, I can't even compare to a Uchiha civilian. Several breaths passed, but Uchiha Kie never appeared. Sarutobi Hiruzen stared inwardly. This guy Kie won't let me doves, will I lose face as a Hokage? Iruka himself forgot. In their class, Naruto and Ya are not only problem children, but this Uchiha Kie is also a problem child. Asuma's expressions became strange. Isn't this kid really not here? The one who chased the Hokage pigeons was a special genin, can you believe it? They had met Kie in a dessert shop before, and they thought he was an ordinary person with the characteristics of the Uchiha family. What are the characteristics of the Uchiha clan? That's a handsome guy. Lord 3rd generation, Kie has come, didn't you see? The special John and Anko on the side reminded carefully. Here, where are you? The crowd was also dumbfounded. Look, behind those little devils. Anko pointed behind the Naruto group. As expected, Kie was sitting there on the ground, propping his chin with his hands, up and down. Dozing off and fishing. Advertisement. 3rd Hokage has a black line. Is it because I am old and my eyesight is not good? When did this guy appear there? Kakashi. Anko's student, the guy named Uchiha Qiye has a weak presence. The 1,000 books in the mouth of Genma Shiranui fell to the ground. Is there him in the group just now? When did he get in? Seeing the strange expressions on these people's faces, Anko murmured inwardly. What are these people doing? They haven't seen my lovely disciple. Her disciple is so cute, Anko saw it at first sight. Hey, Kie, don't sleep, Lord Hokage will call you again. Iruka immediately walked to Kie's side and shouted loudly. Opening his hazy eyes, Kie saw the scar on Iruka's nose for the first time. Oh, Iruka-sensei, it's you. Sure enough, this student was the one that gave him the most headaches. Hey, Lord Hokage called you again, did you hear me? Old man, the old man from 3rd generation, didn't he say that as long as I appear on the stage, it's alright, I'm sleeping soundly, you'll be sure to wake me up. While in Hokage's office, 3rd Hokage did tell Kie that as long as he was on the scene it would be fine. Didn't expect 3rd generation to suddenly cue him. What about just being an example? 3rd generation, you are not benevolent. As soon as these words came out, everyone present was boiling. Kakashi. Ignore Hokage-sama, you are the first. Asuma. Old man, I didn't expect you to have today. Anko laughed. As expected of my disciple. Naruto laughed out loud. Brother Qiye, I really have you. I knew I wouldn't be here. Ahem. To avoid embarrassment, third generation coughed again. Okay, Qiye, come forward. Those people in Kakashi who have worked under third Hokage for many years, naturally understand the temperament of third generation. A kind old man, if this is Danzo or someone else. There might be a professional penalty. Fortunately, third Hokage used to see Uchiha Qiye sleeping in class from the crystal ball. Now, it's nothing more than his nature. Uchiha Qiye walked up to third generation. Confusedly greeted. Hello, third generation Sama. Sarutobi Hiruzen patted Qiye on the shoulder and said softly. Little devil, give me some face for the old man. Third generation is also a person who wants face, and has such a lovely side in his heart. Very good, little devil bosses, you should all know this man. He is the oldest among you, and the first among you to graduate. Looking at the group of people who looked at Naruto sitting on the ground, they introduced Qiye carefully. Naruto. Old man, we don't need to introduce you, we are all very familiar with Qiye. Yes, Lord Hokage, Qiye-kun is the first of us to graduate. Ino looked at Qiye with a crazy look on his face. Wow, Qiye-kun is so handsome. Since the last time Qiye defeated Sasuke. Ino has no interest in Sasuke anymore. I think Sasuke is a little milk dog. He likes mature and masculine ones like Uchiha Qiye. The point is, in terms of appearance, Qiye seems to be more handsome than Qiye. Now only little Sakura and some other girls are around Sasuke, and Ino has long since quit. Little Sakura is overjoyed that one less competitor is missing. Uchiha Qiye thought, why didn't you find out when I was sleeping at the ninja school? Chapter 30. Advertisement. The people from ninja school Naruto, it's like New Year's Eve. Are you going to make a fuss? What, bullying third generation is an old man, isn't it? In their eyes, third generation is really an old man. Uruka covered her own connection. After teaching this group of students, he is not worthy of being a teacher. Okay, you little bastards, don't get too carried away. Third Hokage said something fierce. It's okay not to say it, so to speak. It made the Naruto people laugh even more. This old man, at an age, still pretends to be cute. Yeah, the wretched old man is disgusting. Naruto, didn't you say that you want to become Hokage? Qiye has become Genin, you can't even be compared to him, how can you become Hokage? Old third generation, what did you say? Naruto clenched his small fists and glared at Sarutobi Hiruzen. Sure enough, a kid is a kid, so easily fooled. To deal with these little devils, third generation thought that it would be enough to use a few tricks. This is not a simple instruction, but also to test your strength and how well you learned in school. Hearing this, Naruto was excited. Old man, if I beat you, I can become Hokage. Naruto thought of a seduction technique to solve the third generation, then Hokage's hat could be put on by himself. Third Hokage watched Kakashi and his group of Jonin. You are the flowers of Konoha. Let these Jonins come to test what you have learned in school. I am afraid that they will shoot too hard and won't be able to hold back their fists and feet. Indeed, this group of Jonin looked fierce. Especially Asuma, the beard on the temples is almost to the chin, and he looks like a cannibal. The students at the ninja school dared not look him in the eye. Your opponent is Qiye, so whoever can defeat him can become a genin. Speaking of graduating at the age of 12, third generation, are you joking or serious? Sarutobi Hiruzen tapped third generation on the shoulder. Qiye, I'll leave it to you. This old man has a very bad heart, let this group of students fight inside first. Haha, is your opponent brother Qiye? I've been wanting to try it for a long time. Naruto jumped up with excitement immediately. But someone shot faster than him, and that was Uchiha Sasuke. I was very upset when I lost to Qiye Sasuke last time. He is a genius of the Uchiha clan, and his noble self-esteem cannot be frustrated. So this place, he has to find it back. Sharingan. I saw Uchiha Sasuke's eyes widen. With a sigh, one Tomo Sharingan appeared in front of everyone. Huh, can you use it flexibly? Sasuke's Sharingan was started on genocide night. After a few months, he has been able to correct the master's eye-opening posture. Third Hokage was also slightly surprised. Sure enough, Sasuke has turned on Sharingan. Kakashi subconsciously covered his left eye with his hand. Sharingan, I haven't seen it for a long time. Guy on the side couldn't help but complain when he saw this scene. Kakashi, didn't you use the forehead protector to cover your eyes? You don't need your hands. Use them for a duel with me. I have to say, Guy's brain circuit is so novel. Before the shouting started, Sasuke drove the Sharingan towards Qiye. Sasuke thought that this time, he would be able to revive his reputation as a genius. However, there is a difference between delusional thinking and delusional thinking. Ideals are cruel, while reality is skinny. Advertisement. In the next second, Sasuke's thin body was knocked into the air. Embarrassed, he fell to the ground. Poor Urzu was beaten again. Qiye is also very helpless. For people like Sasuke who haven't seen the society clearly, they must be beaten. Ha ha ha. There was a burst of laughter from the scene. Among them, Naruto's laughter was the loudest. Sasuke-kun is too inferior. Yeah, this is not the Sasuke-kun I know. Some of Sasuke's nympho fans have changed the trend. If Sasuke was careless last time, then this time. He was really powerless, a complete crushing defeat. Life is such a rocky ups and downs, the higher you stand, the worse you fall. With the halo of genius gone, how could Sasuke endure this humiliation? He stood up and rushed towards Qiye immediately, snapped. One kick, and kicked back again, he stood up and rushed towards Qiye again. In the next second, he flew back in embarrassment. It came and went so many times, it was like being hit by infinite Tsukuyomi. An inexplicable smile appeared on Third Hokage's mouth when he saw this scene. It seems that Kai's strength is no longer on the same level as the students of the ninja school. It seems that he also knows how to be ashamed and brave, so that he will become a special genin after graduation. He must have undergone a lot of hard training in private. This is just the naive thought of third generation, but in fact Uchiha Kai's cultivation is just sleeping. Kakashi, what do you think? Guy, are you also interested in this Uchiha Qiye? Guy shook his head. All his movements just now were only one kick. Uchiha Qiye, the kid in the ninja school, is not his opponent, even the genius Sasuke can't beat him, but the strength he showed just now, that's all. Kakashi made an objective review based on his years of experience. Finally, Sasuke got up after falling down countless times. Without physical strength, there is really no strength to continue fighting. Naruto, let's go together. It's absolutely impossible for you to defeat Qiye. If you want to be Hokage, little devils, you are still early. Third generation is adding oil and vinegar to the side, which is all about making this group of students angry and seeing how much potential they have. Naruto, old third generation, I'll show you my strength. Transform, seduction. Suddenly, a girl with golden double ponytails appeared in front of everyone. A few clouds of smoke obscured important parts, looming and making people imagine. Just like a bikini, what is hidden is the most desirable. The third generation, who saw this scene, had a nosebleed and flew dozens of meters later. Seduction, crit chance against third generation, 999,999 plus. Kakashi was blushing too, the man was steaming. Critical strike rate 99,999 plus. Guy. Kakashi, what's wrong with you, do you have a fever? Iruka immediately knocked Naruto back into shape. D Naruto, what are you doing? Qiye stood there motionless, watching Naruto's performance. Naruto pouted. What old man Hokage, he was not defeated by me, or brother Qiye was so powerful that he was not affected by my ninjutsu at all. That masked Jonin was also affected by my ninjutsu. Thinking of this, Naruto's desire to fight became stronger. I won't give in easily. Tooth, Shikamaru, Choji, let's go together. These four people often skip classes together, and they have a deep relationship. Shikamaru looked listless. No, it's too much trouble. Come on, don't disturb me. The second wave of attacks came again.